I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So been torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. That's all I got. That's all I got. Throw this link in the chat. Maybe somebody smart will jump on and say something to get me off the ledge. That's all I got. The debate. That's all I got. It's all I got, man. What y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? Complain about the refs? I mean, they fouled Randall in a tie game. Come on. Hey, Miss Geraldine, how you doing? Chuck Allen, what's good? Frederick, what's good, brother? It's good to see you. How you doing? Brother Shaquille Sunflower, what's good? Justin Smith, what's good? Andrew Collegier, what's good? White Falcon, come on, don't do that. White Falcon, don't do that, man. Come on. Randall played clutch last night. And what I counted, Kevin Durant was 2 for 13. 2 for 13 on shots on Randall, and 2 of those shots came late in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle and other New York Knicks were getting mugged last night, and nobody said anything. The referees. So my homeboy was like, y'all don't get star calls because y'all don't have stars. And I told him that there shouldn't be a rule book for regular NBA players and a rule book for stars. Nah, man, Randall played a heck of a game yesterday. He was in Durant head yesterday. And Durant didn't get going until somebody subbed Obi Toppin in on Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant got going. From what I counted, Kevin Durant was 2 for 13 versus Julius Randle. Miss Geraldine says, don't blame Randall, blame the coach. I'm blaming the front office and the referees. The front office and the referees are all on the same team. They want to see the Knicks do bad. Pudge Nice, you right, man. That was a great game last night. It was a bunch of clutch shots from the Knicks last night. Randall had a bunch of clutch shots late in that game. My frustration is, so D is balling says, wow, just excuse Tom last night with his nonsense and foolishness. Nah, man. Tibbs did some of the same stuff we've been asking for, and it backfired. Play Randall and Obi together. Soon as you play Randall and Obi together, Obi started giving up shots to the greatest scorer of all time. You can't blame Obi for that. You can't blame. Soon as he was like, oh, y'all not putting Randall on me? Y'all got Obi topping over here? Yeah. I know. I know this D is balling said that lasted for like 2 minutes. I know it. Jerry Fitz says, blame, Knicks played great. Nets are really good. KD and Harden, top 75 we hit. Yeah, listen. Jerry, listen, man. I'm frustrated as a Knicks fan. I don't want to say our team didn't play a great game because they did. Right? They played a great game last night. But there are certain things that happened in this game. I felt like if it was an even playing field, I think we'd have won that game. Free throw discrepancy. The Derrick Rose foul on James Harden. When they went belly to belly, Derrick Rose went up vertically. They call a foul on Rose. I'm like, you could swallow your whistle right there. But towards the end of the game, when Julius, with 1 minute left to go in the game, Julius trying to go to the basket, he gets mugged. And they call nothing, and the Nets come out with the ball with a chance to win the game. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're talking about. The first 3 minutes of the second half, 12-0 run. But you know what? We asked for something and we got it. We wanted to see Grimes right there, and that unit with Grimes got. Bro, we were here at the same place yesterday, saying play the kids, and Grimes. In the future, I think Grimes is going to be a player, right? In the future, I think Grimes is going to be a player, but in that spot, you immediately saw Grimes is not ready to take over for RJ Barrett. What I didn't like, oh, G-Man typing in all caps. G-Man for life is typing in all caps, everybody. What does all caps mean? When people type in all caps, bro, that means it. Yeah. When people type in all caps, that means the bird is not in the cage. You feel me? Then when people type in all caps, that means the elevator does not go to the top floor, so to speak. Yo, D was good, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all niggas are crazy, bro.
Hey, so G-Man for life is a member of the channel, right? And so with a member of the channel, you automatically get priority chat, whatever YouTube tell. YouTube says if they become a member of your channel to read their chats first, right? So I gotta oblige by what YouTube says. So I'm reading G-Man's chats. So G-Man does not only want to be a priority person, he's also typing in all caps, which basically means how you doing this morning, man?
Oh man, look, listen. I think I'm gonna be real. I think the whole narrative of how this went down is being really misled, bro. I'll explain. I'll break it down a couple points. One,
Okay.
Tom Thibodeau went back to rotational retardation last night.
Okay.
And the excuse behind it was that, well, he's trying to find harmony within his rotations. Here's the kicker. You already had it with the bench. His mystery of checks boxing, right, was with the starters. It wasn't with the bench. So now what happened the other night, right? Rose was down, Kemba's down, right? So he had to insert Grimes, right?
Right.
And with the full court pressure that was being applied to Atlanta and the pace that they were playing, it worked.
Right.
Now, last night, he had the opportunity to do that. He didn't do that. Do you know what he did? He went to Evan Fournier instead. Instead of giving Fournier back his minutes how he usually would at the end of the second. Then he realized that didn't work. Then he went to RJ. And then something happened to RJ. He had to insert RJ out. And then he went back to Evan. And Grimes never got cracked with that second unit the way he was supposed to.
Right.
Then to open the second half, what does rotational retardation Tom Thibodeau do? He throws Grimes into not only the fire, he threw him into the pit of fire. And poor Grimes looked like a deer in headlights. He was like, why am I here now?
All right. Well, hey, I want to build on that point. I know you got a second point.
I got three more, but go ahead. Go.
Yeah, let's conversate about one at a time. That way, none of the importance of each point will be lost.
I only go fast, Freezy, because when people start coming in, it can easily get drowned. So that's why
but we won't let that happen. We want to make sure we keep a nice crisp pace.
Let's go.
But before we do that, let me.
Oh yeah, Sarge. Yo, man, me and Sarge be seeing the game alike, man. I like that,
man. Yeah,
I like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Sergeant Knicks, aka G-Man for Life, the co-host of the Pod Couple, coming your way most Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with his co-host, Cornerstone Kev. I won't do the AKA stuff because it's just crazy.
You got too many.
Yeah.
So yeah, one about the feds. That's why you got.
It's like that Chris Rock skit in the Method Man album.
Yeah. So G-Man D was mentioning that Tibbs had a senior moment with his rotations.
Okay.
No, he didn't. Rotational retardation. Difference.
Right. Yeah, man. But we live in a politically correct world, man. You know what I'm saying? When you say certain words, man, people get offended by certain things. So I was trying to take the,
You'll be okay, bro.
Yeah. But the thing is, with what you just mentioned, I personally feel like Tibbs has a lot of confidence in Grimes, but he doesn't want to throw Grimes to the wolves because he doesn't want to ruin them. But when you have Rose coming off an ankle injury, Kemba out of rotation, RJ Barrett out due to illness, it puts you in a situation where you're like, I can't play quickly the final 24 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, I think what he did was he didn't want to go Knox there, and he could have. He didn't want to go Knox, and he didn't want to go McBride there, right? and then you can't play Selden because Selden is just a practice player. He ain't even good at. He's not even a real NBA player. He just a hardcore practice player, right?
So, Freezy, let me make sure I understand.
I don't know, man. Nah, man, I'm not hearing that.
Let me make sure I understand this. Quentin Grimes was in the game subbing for whom? Because I want to make sure we're on the same page.
RJ Barrett.
Okay, what position does RJ Barrett play?
Small forward.
Okay, so the people that you named, what position do they play?
Guard.
Okay, so I'm having trouble with the notion that Tibbs was confused as to who was up at small forward. So you insert a Quentin Grimes, who we know is not ready to be out there with the starting five. We know that. Right. Everybody in that, if you just start watching basketball yesterday, you know this. So it takes him a whole 2 minutes and 33 seconds to realize he made a mistake. But instead of trying to correct that mistake, who do you sub for Quentin Grimes?
Oh, you know what? I got somebody who can answer that for you.
Oh, man. See, I have points, man. And now we're going to get drowned out over here, bro.
No, we're going to keep this focused because I got some things I need to get off my chest, D. I'm telling you.
I got some things, too. I want to get my points out before it gets drowned out with the nonsense.
No doubt.
Nonsense.
Kevin,
no, not you, Kev. I'm talking about in general, not you personally.
He should have said minutia. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Because it's a bunch of details that come in, and then they start straying away from the actual point. It's minutia.
So we want to make sure we stay on.
Yeah, Kev, that ain't you, bro. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it is. Just like he got that look on his face, like the cat that ate the canary. You know.
Yeah, with a new shirt on.
hey, but for real though, with the Quentin Grimes thing, right? Just to kind of recalibrate what D just said about
and let them know that we were talking about this morning.
Yeah, we had an extensive conversation about this morning.
Nice.
So
because it is a big point.
Yeah, exactly it is. So when we talk about Tom Thibodeau's regression, let's use the word regression, in his ability to be able to first of all identify what the problem is, or what the what the opponents are doing to you, and you need to make these in-game adjustments. He is not able to do that in a very profitable way. Let's say that, right? And that's evident when you have an RJ Barrett that goes out, is not able to come out and start the third quarter. So in your mind, if you're Tom Thibodeau, the first thing that comes to your mind is put Quentin Grimes in.
Yep.
No, I got a simpler one for you, G-Man. How about this one? And the fact that you inserted Burks into the lineup, right? And Kemba's out of the rotation, it's simple mathematics. Your next man up was Grimes, wasn't it? It was for a couple of games, and now all of a sudden you totally crossed out that agenda that was working.
Yes. And I told Kev.
So now I'm confused. I'm confused now.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. This is what I told Kev this morning, right? Not only have you seen the product on the floor, you are standing on the sideline watching this happen real time. This is not something somebody called you on the phone and said, "Hey, go watch this tape." You saw this manifest in front of your face. You saw the chemistry on the second unit, minus an Alec Burks. Now, when you extract the Alec Burks from your second unit, you got to fill that void. We agreed that to fill the void, it would be with Quentin Grimes. We agreed that was right. But what you have to do when you have a Quentin Grimes on the floor, you have to give this man a supporting cast. That's not what we did last night. Not what happened. What we did last night, to Dean's point.
Kev, so for some reason, I think this is about Obi Toppin, bro.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah. No, Obi's a point too.
It's coming.
Yeah, this is a weird way to go.
But it's not about Obi Toppin though, Freezy. It's a part of the equation.
What G-Man is saying is about Obi Toppin.
It's not.
What G-Man is saying is about Obi Toppin.
Yeah, and I can't believe I'm agreeing with this. I can't believe I'm agreeing with this fool either. But he's going to make a great point. We're
gonna get there in a second. We're gonna get there in a second. I'm gonna promise I'm not gonna take you all the way around the elbow to get to my point today, because we need to keep this crisp and flowing, right? So I would say this: we saw in the rotation what that second unit looks like minus Alec Burks, but we went away from that last night. At no time did you see on the floor last night the what I would call now the new and improved or the upgraded second unit play in the game last night at the same time. I'll wait. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Tell me when.
I'm wrong. So Obi.
Wait.
So Obi should have been in for Grimes.
No.
Well, here's the question.
I'm lost to what y'all talking about.
Hold on, Sergeant, real quick. Let me ask this question: have we ever seen a lineup with Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, and Mitch at the same time? Have we ever seen that?
No.
I didn't think
And we never will.
See, Sergeant, that's what I'm saying. Sergeant, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we've seen it.
Okay, look, listen. Let me keep us centered here. The only reason why I brought up the rotations, was because, right, and this is what I was trying to say. If you inserted Burks into the starting lineup, right, and you took Kemba out, right, Quentin Grimes was naturally the next man up because whose position would he be playing when he comes off the bench?
R.J. Barrett.
Burks. No, Burks, because Burks was the second small forward off the bench.
Right. You mean so he'd be who would be filling in the wing position that was evacuated by Burks starting?
No, because you still have Rose and IQ.
Right, but they won't play their wing position.
In the backcourt, they will. What are you talking about?
No. But Burks plays the third guard, small forward third guard on that second unit. So if Burks leaves that spot, then the next logical person to be in that spot is Grimes.
Which was what's happening. Yes. That's which is what was happening, and that's what happened in Atlanta.
The reason why I disagree because I mean after a minute, okay, all right, you know what? I can go on your premise on that, but after a minute when we're down like 7, right then and there he should have squashed the Grimes thing because it's obvious that I think.
No, but the whole point, Kev, is that Grimes should have never been with that starting lineup to start the third.
Oh, I agree. Yes.
That's what we're talking about here about the rotations.
Who do you put in that spot? Y'all beating around the bush.
Hold on a second, Freezy. Hold on a second. If he would have gone out on his rotations, how he should have, right? It probably would have never even came to that because most likely what he would have to do, right, is that he probably would have had to start Rose in the third and only play him for just a bit.
Yes.
You see? So anywho, boo, right? So that's one point. I thought rotations was a big part. It loses the flow of everything. And you can see.
You lost me. I don't know how that makes sense.
How does that not make sense?
Bring Derrick Rose in as the starting guard, slide Grimes back to the position that he normally plays, and we're good.
Yes, thank you, Sergeant.
So what do you do? So what do you do with Burks?
Burks is still in the lineup.
Burks still in the lineup, man.
Okay. All right. So that's where y'all losing me at. So what we saying is the starting point guard is not good enough to start the second half.
No,
because RJ's out, Freezy. RJ was out. He didn't start the second half.
RJ was out, yeah.
And Kemba is out, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where y'all lost me at. I don't know what y'all thinking.
So let me clear that for you.
No. I understand what y'all saying. I don't understand why y'all would even think that.
Oh, you saying
okay, let me ask you a question. When he brought in Grimes, right?
Right.
How long did Grimes last? 2 game minutes?
A millisecond.
Yeah. Right. A blink of an eye. He gone.
Right.
So instead of doing that, you should have just started Rose.
Okay.
In the third.
Okay. Right.
Because when Grimes went out, we were down 11.
And that's not Grimes' fault, but it's
Grimes' fault.
Oh, jeez,
no.
Because Grimes is still a basketball player. Man, come on, man.
See, Sergeant. That's
okay. Look,
I was saying. I knew that someone was going to say that.
Player.
Okay, look, listen. So I thought Tim's rotations last night was not good, and he went, and at a like Sergeant's word, he regressed yesterday.
It was trash.
Here's the second one. Why the hell did you call a challenge with 6 minutes to go left in the game?
Yeah, that's
lose a timeout. And then when you're in a situation where you could have had that timeout to advance the ball, you didn't have it.
Right. Or challenge the Derrick Rose foul on Kevin Durant.
No. He's talking about not that one. He means challenge the Mitchell.
No. He's right. He's right. He's talking about Derrick Rose on Kevin Durant. He should have left that alone. There was 6 minutes to go left in this game.
Yeah.
And now we lost that timeout.
Yeah, what's up, Baked Beans?
Hey, Wacko in Brooklyn says Tibbs' treatment of Knox is disgusting. Thank you for the generous contribution, Wacko. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you.
So now that plays a part, right? Because now you lose a timeout. It's improper game management. Another one. What's up with Obi playing 12 minutes, man? Like, this has to stop. This really has to stop.
It's
Before
Randall,
we
man.
even get
It's
to
the
that,
Randall
man.
effect. It's Randall effect.
Let's get to the
What?
rooter. Let's get to the
Randall
rooter, man.
effect.
Them damn refs, man. Them refs is out of control.
Nah,
Baked beans,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what
You're
it
totally
is.
right.
nah.
You're totally
That's
right.
what it is, bro. Them
You
refs
can't-
was crazy,
You
bro.
can't
The
give.
refs is out of control.
You
And
can't
our
give.
leader, my bad, Kev.
Yeah.
Our leader with this technical with a minute 30 left. Like, what's going on?
Beans. Beans. I'll tell you why, Randall. Because I just watched the game again before I jumped on, right? Randall went to the hole twice and back in succession, right? And from what I saw, it looked like physical contact on Randall, and he didn't get a call. It looked like he just lost the ball out of bounds, and the other one created a situation where a guy got an easy shot block attempt on Randall, but it was fouls all along his legs, all the way up on his upper body. He was getting hit, reached in. It was poking, reaching in, and bumping Randall, and they didn't call it. But then when you saw the Derrick Rose foul on KD, remember KD dunk attempt at the end of the game?
Yeah, that was, oh man.
Yeah. Now that was Derrick Rose was feather touch KD right there.
Mm-hmm.
That why he missed the dunk, and that got called a foul, right? And so if you Randall, while you shouldn't get that technical there, you get tired of getting beat on, and nobody. It's human nature. We have a built-in fight or flight nature. When people beat on you, either you're gonna fight or you're gonna run. It's just survival mode. And Randall's and most athletic guys that make it to Randall's level, they choose to fight. They choose to stand and deliver, right? And Randall got beat up. D with a minute left to go in the game. Randall went to the basket and remember he got fouled. There was a no call, and the Nets got the ball back. And remember they came down and scored, right? And so the casual NBA fan is going to be like, well, why is Randall complaining? Because James Harden got touched. Man, James Harden had 10 free throws in the first half.
And with all that nonsense and foolishness, if the game was managed correctly, we still could have won that game.
Yeah,
because here's another thing. Why was Mitchell Robinson inserted?
Right.
Because
Kevin Durant took Obi Toppin straight to the post and scored 2 straight.
Dude, Kevin Durant's going to take the whole world. My point being is that what happens offensively is that now it's 4-on-5 because they don't use Mitch as a lob threat. They don't even use Mitch as a dump threat when they penetrate. So he's just in the lane. And now everybody's clogging up, and that's why you have Julius shooting fadeaways on James Harden because there's no room to do anything.
Right. And listen, I agree with you with that. But listen, the most glaring thing is if you take Kemba Walker out of rotation because of defense and stuff, and then you just saw Kevin Durant take Obi to the right wing and just shoot jumpers over the top of him 2 times in a row. You got to have the same mindset because I'm telling you now, if he'd have left Obi in after KD took him over there 2 straight times, and that may have been he might have taken him over 3 or 4 or 5 straight times if Obi had been left in the game. While I like Obi Toppin, I'd have been scorching hot this morning because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. When you mess up, Tibbs got to pull you. He done set the precedent, right?
Look, listen.
All right,
Freezy, listen to me, Freezy. All you have to do is just switch Randall back to Durant. That's all you have to do, and still keep Obi.
But they ran a play. They ran a play to get Obi on KD, bro. This is not Obi. Yeah, they didn't just line him up on him.
Well, hold on. But Tibbs is the defensive genius.
Oh, now it's okay.
Stop that.
Okay, so now it's random. Now it's
so now no. I said Tibbs. I didn't say Randall. What I said was that what Tibbs said. Oh, my bad. Is that Tibbs, right? All he has to do is just set up that defense in order to make the switch to make sure Randall's there. And if Obi's there, you just set the double. That's it. It's not rocket science.
Bro, we did that. Tips tried that, remember?
We talk about that last point where nobody was prepared for, and Mitch should have been at the nail instead of in the paint. You talk about that?
Right, but Mitch got pushed in the back, bro. You saw it.
Yo, but Mitch still slaughtered him going in. So it doesn't matter.
Mitch got pushed in the back, bro. Come on, man. And we saw it plain as day. Because you know what? I saw Mitch. I was like, yo, Mitch is an idiot. I was thinking this for like 2 hours. And then I saw Mitch Robinson tweet. Mitch was like, man, I got pushed in the back. And then I was like, pushed in the back? And then I watched it again. I watched it twice. The dude behind Mitch pushed Mitch.
Freezy, listen to me. I guarantee you on that timeout, and not everybody on that team was totally prepared for that double.
No.
I guarantee it on everything I have.
So you saying,
I think that was caught at the spur of the moment, and Rose said, okay.
Derrick Rose went rogue.
No, I think Tom caught it from the sideline at that exact moment. It was not something that was planned in the huddle.
Okay.
You see? Because you could tell by the other guys' rotations that they looked to us. They were like, okay, now?
Right.
You see?
Right.
So, improper game management once again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm not ready to. Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Nah, I was just saying about the whole Randall thing before you broke that down. Yeah, he caught the technical. I understand what you're saying, Freeze. After getting beat up. But like I was saying before that, it's mental too. You can't catch that tech right there at that time. Mm-hmm. Just like he caught the tech the game before on the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's just certain situations you can't put your team in when we fight you. Especially
you ain't LeBron that you can, get away with that. They gonna call that.
Yeah. It was just heartbreaking watching them spaz out like that. Now, I understand, but it's like you always on the refs. Every play you on the refs, bro.
It's not even that. Doesn't Giannis go through that every night? Julius Randle ain't the only guy that has to go through that. That gets those type of calls. So come on, man. I'm not feeding that, bro.
Okay. So did you hear what the referees told Randle after the game?
Yeah, I know what they said.
So how do you say that and then say this? You hear that and then say what you said.
Basically, that's what I don't understand.
Because Giannis has to go through it every night. So Giannis already knows that he just balls. He doesn't sit there and go to the media and be like, oh, well, they said I'm too strong and, that's bullshit and I have to get attacked. Nah, it's bullshit, bro. And I'm sorry to curse, my bad, but that's nonsense. Like, Giannis goes through it, Jokic goes through it, Shaq went through it. All perennial players that have strength in the paint have gone through it, bro.
Randle is not an MVP, bro. We don't care about what Shaq and Giannis and them do. We worried about our player. Why is he not?
So Randle. So wait, hold on. So Randle's not an MVP player, so he's supposed to get that call? Like, I don't get it.
To get the call, period, like everybody else.
Bro, we don't get calls like that, bro. Alec Burks got murdered at the rim twice that I saw. And Alec Burks he looked at the ref and started smiling, just laughing. He was like, "Yo, this is ridiculous." That's all you can do is smile.
That's all you can do is smile.
And he was like, "Yo, this is ridiculous." Mm-hmm. The only one, man. I'm telling you, I would have lost my mind if that OB attempted dunk. If they would have called that a charge, I swear I'd have walked to MSG. I swear to God, barefoot, bro, smoking Newports, bro. I swear to God, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Remember they ran Obi off the 3-point line? And
right.
He went to the rim hard and tried to dunk. And then they blew the whistle and then started looking around all crazy, like, what we gonna call? We gotta call something. If they would have called that a charge, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's my thing is the referees were not. I'm not saying that the referees wasn't fair to Randle. What I'm saying is the referees refereed that game inconsistent. And the worst way, and like if you're gonna let the game be physical and call it physical, then both teams can benefit, right? Because they know how to play. They know it's gonna be physical. If you're gonna call finesse, if it's gonna be ticky tack, both teams know how to play it. But when James Harden get brushed by Emmanuel Quickly, a dude that he outweighed by 60 pounds, he get brushed by Quickly, and you call that, and then Randle get hit hard at the rim by Aldridge, and you don't call nothing? Come on. Bro, the inconsistency is killing us. Oh, the RJ man, look, D. The play RJ Barrett drove the lane and he got hit by 3 people and fell down.
Mhm.
And the Nets picked up the ball and James Harden got a dunk the other way.
Mhm.
Come on, you telling me that wasn't a foul, bro?
Of course it was.
But they didn't call it.
I
That's
get
what I'm
you.
saying. I mean,
But
they
now we
knocked RJ to the ground and RJ had to scramble to try to get the ball
Freezy,
back.
here's my point. I'm not saying the refs did not call an inconsistent game, right? Especially with the free throw disparity. It was kind of ridiculous, and I will agree to that. And I do think that it played a part. But for us to sit back and be like, damn, we caught that L because of them zebra stripes, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I'm buying it because it was a 1 possession game.
Yeah, and again, you have to swallow
Mhm.
your whistle
How you
at the end of the
cannot
game
buy
with
it
that.
after we watched it?
Right.
We watched it
Because I
live.
saw a lot of other things going on that should have not been happening. That it should have not
All right,
even
so
gotten to that point.
the
Exactly.
game was equally, we would have been in that position right there at the end. That's what you're telling me?
I didn't hear your question, though. What?
I said if the game was ref equally, we would have been at that same position at the end.
No, the Knicks probably would have been up by 8.
Yeah,
Come on,
I would. Yeah, we definitely would have had a small lead.
All right, then. So how can you say that the ref didn't? You right.
I'm giving up, bro. I'm giving up because I've been arguing with Knicks fans all night. Knicks fans is like, why they take OB at the game? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Listen, I love OB as much as everybody else, bro. But at some point,
No, you don't.
at some point, bro,
No, you don't.
at some point, you got to be like, you can't keep criticizing this coach who won NBA Coach of the Year last year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, did I tell you
G-Man,
it was gonna
G-Man,
come?
yes,
I
sir.
told you it was gonna come.
You
I
sure
told
Oh,
you.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
You sure
I
did.
told you. I told you it was gonna come.
Only Knicks
You sure
fans do
did.
that, bro.
You sure did.
Only Knicks fans reach that level
You called
of
it, Sergeant.
pettiness.
You called it. Now, Sergeant, everything you told me, you say right on here. Say it.
Listen.
Oh, Kev, was you his life coach?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he said he's a fire starter. Go ahead. I want to hear
No,
this.
because the reason why I say this.
You bet Danny Brown, go champ.
The reason why, and you know how I go back and forth with Sergeant.
And
but
why you took
what
all
he's
the
saying-
AKAs out your name? You just got your name up here now. What's happening?
I had a problem with my phone, man. Had a problem with my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are not going to allow the deflection this morning. So this is what we're going to talk about, right? First of all, I want to make sure that we again, we said we're going to stick to topics this morning, right? So before I go into the realm of one coach, Tom Thibodeau, I want to make sure D has sufficiently voiced the points that we were making about the rotation and things of that nature. Are you good, D?
I'm good enough.
Okay.
I think I'm my point across.
Okay. So let me talk about one Mr. Tom Thibodeau, right? So
Thank you for that, Sergeant, by the way. Appreciate
no problem, brother. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm officially done with it.
that. Yes.
I'm done, son, and I'm gonna tell you why. And all this now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate everything that Tom Thibodeau has done for this organization thus far, right?
You better not.
But at some point, you got to move on.
Look at this mess back here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You playing footsie back there, Kyle? What the hell going on?
It's not something dry clean.
Somebody behind him was holding up a Brooklyn
Hold
jersey.
up a Brooklyn jersey. Yeah,
Kev, no, we don't play that. We don't play that. Here ain't no.
we don't do that.
We might, Danny Landis, we might have to revoke his intro for that.
You allow that to happen?
Chair, though. You guys should. He jumped out the chair though. He jumped out.
Okay. So you, Kev, you had a advocate on your back.
Really?
There he is.
I cannot believe y'all. I cannot believe y'all.
Bro, you waving a Brooklyn jersey?
I'm waving the Bengals jersey. I'm waving
You lost
the
a bet or
jersey.
something?
Mr. Shazam.
I unfortunately did.
Mr. Star Child.
Star
Yeah.
Child. Cornerstone. Superman.
I had to have my phone factory reset it yesterday, so I lost a whole
Kevin
bunch
Diesel.
of stuff. So there you go.
Why you cutting off G-Man? On G-Man was going to get in his bag.
I was.
I'm about to. Go ahead, G-Man.
No,
Tell
but
me everything that you told me.
But before I do that, I need to hear my motivational thing because Danny's in the building. I need to get my motivation for Danny's introduction, bro. Let me get a freeze.
Danny Landis.
Oh,
Hey, like
He's
no
in
other.
the building.
Like no other.
What's good?
and what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
So again, I appreciate everything Tibbs has done for this organization thus far. But I've always said, Tibbs is not going to be that person that takes us to the promised land. He was brought here for a purpose. I believe that he has fulfilled that purpose up until this point. And what further forces me to delve into that belief is performances like we saw last night. To D's point, the in-game adjustments or lack thereof. You can't tell me for 1 second if you're the head coach of a basketball team, you don't have a plan if one of your starters goes out. You know automatically who that person is, what that role is going to be, and what they're going to be asked to do once they get on the floor. That didn't happen last night. What happened was a knee-jerk reaction. You say, okay, let me put Quentin Grimes into the rotation, and then 2 minutes and 33 seconds into this decision that you made, you realize, oh, that was a mistake. Let me put Quickly in for Grimes. How do we do that? What are we talking about right now? And it's not like you don't have a recipe for success because you had a rotation in the previous game, 2 days ago, 20 hours later, that you could have implemented just to see how it works and then make adjustments based on that. Is that what happened? I'll wait. Somebody tell me. Is that what I saw last night? No, I'm gonna tell you, it's not. Look, if you Tom Thibodeau, in my mind, coaches this team from a defensive mindset. He does not sit down and think about, the combinations of players that I could put on this roster, not on the roster, on the floor.
Yeah, who's happy like that?
To be able to.
It's G-Man's phone, man. That's G-Man's phone.
My phone is nowhere to be found. Stop it. So you can't tell me that from a offensive standpoint. Tell me if you can't draw up a play. And I think Freaky said this before. Coming out of a timeout, you can't decide to get an easy basket, and you taking the ball out from up under your basket. What is that about? Stop, man. I need somebody to come in here and relegate the offense for the New York Knicks to give these players the best opportunity they can have in order to win.
G-Man, how about this one? You have a top 5 bench of the league. Why would you even tinker with it?
My point exactly. So to your point, D, that's like saying you got a Ferrari in your garage, brand new, right off the truck, right off the factory, and you can go out there and try to rebuild the engine. Stop playing.
No need for it.
You got to tinker with it to make the first unit better. That's the only way the first unit is going to get better. Like, what kind of question is that?
The question being is this.
It was a statement, first of all.
If we want to talk about
I'm a statement. Thank you.
If we want
Yo, what's up? Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Hey,
What's up, Worldwide?
Good morning. Good
I ain't
morning.
nobody said nothing about that third quarter.
Oh, I already
I
talked
ain't
about
everybody complaining about the referees.
There you go, L. There you go, L.
And the
It is the referees.
rotation.
The referees dropped us.
And where's Grimes and all this, that, and the third. But nobody failed to realize that third quarter was our doom again. You want to look how we lost? Look at that third quarter.
Let's go to the videotape.
I can't jack that because we came
Doesn't
back
matter.
in that.
You spent so much time in coming back. You was down 16 points. You spent so much time coming back. If you don't give up them kind of points, then you ain't got to worry about coming back. Think about that.
And check this out, L. Right? And if Tiz makes the proper adjustments throughout the game, you're not inside that third quarter hole.
That Obi sub was the right move at the right time. Him bringing in Randall for Mitch, finally having Obi and him together was the right move. But
For
when
a great 2 minutes.
for the quick, however it was, when he needed Mitchell Robinson to be in the game, he put him in the game. Y'all remember that offensive rebound that Mitch kept the boards alive?
Yeah.
That would get us a possession. Obi wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right.
Obi wouldn't have been able to do that. So that was the right call on that one. But we don't need to look no further than that third quarter, fellas. The third quarter,
Al,
death, doom is our downfall again.
Al, but listen,
The referees was more the downfall.
So did you mention in that the Brooklyn Nets are the number one team in third quarter scoring efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things you have to admit. So that's one of the reasons why, in my opinion, that Tibbs put Grimes in there is to preempt that, and it backfired.
Yeah.
That's
I
what,
don't think.
it's they were saying that coming out that this is the next quarter right here, the third quarter. They just the best team in the NBA in the third quarter.
And you gotta do something to alter that. As Tibbs is the defensive coach, you gotta do something to alter that. I mean, once we lost Barrett for the game, it was like all hands should have been on deck at that point.
Yeah.
And he ran IQ and D Rose in the ground. I thought they didn't have nothing left towards the end. D Rose he's a professional, so he's gonna get out there and play. But at the same time, yo, I don't know, Freeze. When I see Kimba walk on the bench, it makes you wonder, right? Then we say that about Kimba, about him possibly being injured, and him if he was going to be on the bench, that was going to be the telltale sign of what really happened, because he was in uniform,
right?
And his number still didn't get called when Barrett went down for the night.
Right. Yeah, man.
You can't bench him and then bring him back in the next game, because that's kind of
he's not benched for work performance. He's benched. I'm telling y'all, watch, it's gonna come out that he's hurt.
Yeah, he's
hurt.
Probably hurt. Hey, so let me ask you. So G-Man, D. So y'all on the other side of this thing. What do y'all say to what Worldwide L said? Yeah, y'all agree?
I mean, I think the only point he brought up was that that third quarter run kind of. I mean, it plays a part. Absolutely.
Okay.
And it goes back to what D said originally when we talked about rotational mistakes. I'm telling you right now, there is no way possible on God's green earth that if you have a bench, a second unit that has been known to bring you back from a deficit, and you don't play them in the fashion that you used to play them, why not? Why?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm confused at what you're asking. Are you saying that the total second unit should have been playing at that time? Move another piece from the second unit.
No.
So you have three original members of the second unit, and Noel, Obi, and Quickly on the second unit.
For last night's game, I would have done exactly what you said. Just move up one of the guys from the second unit to.
So why don't you let me finish then? So why don't you let me finish my thing then?
Because you're sick. Because it's crap. That's why.
Kev, you know what? Kev, this is Kev right now.
Hit that button.
Team no.
This is Cornerstone Kev. Right?
That's it. He's not hating, just congratulating.
To answer the question, Freezy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your point. Then I answer.
No. So what I was asking is because what I'm saying, what I'm hearing is an incomplete answer, and it's the reason why I'm asking the question. Because if the answer is move another member of that sacred second unit to the starting lineup, then that means you have holes in the second unit. Now, if you have holes in the second unit, who do you replace those holes in the second unit with?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
No, but he's asking a question though, Chief.
The question is, my answer to the question is that
because you said Rose. Rose is on that second unit. So instead of putting Grimes in, if you put Rose in the starting lineup, remember, and I asked you, what do you do with Burks? You said Burks will still be in. Right now, if you have Rose and Burks on the first unit, who do you replace them with on the second unit?
The answer to that is you don't let the starting players that's out there on the floor play for the next 8 to 10 minutes. You systematically sub those guys into where you have the second unit on the court in its entirety to get us back to where we need to be.
Come on.
And I'll add on to that. And I'll add on to it. If Tibbs had been doing that throughout the season like he should have against certain opponents, he would be better prepared for a scenario of what happened last night.
I agree.
Not just that. He instead of doing that, he tightened the rotation. Like G is explained,
Yes.
tightened it.
He only played 8 people.
8 guys.
That's a
Right.
good point too. He tightened that rotation when he shouldn't have tightened that rotation.
That was
I
a
mean,
great point, Beans.
But he said he was going to do that though. So
I mean, statistically, I mean, in reality, he played 10, but RJ left for the game, right? And Grimes played those 2 or 3 minutes and never got back in the game. So
Right.
it was like he basically rotated 8 guys after that.
And I'm not even going to get into the fact. I am going to get into this fact because it's important, and it leads back to the rotational aspect of basketball. Somebody going to have to explain to me. And Obi, not Obi, Freezy said this, and he going to say G-Man's always going to turn this to an Obi conversation. But I'm going to ask this question. Obi played 4 minutes and 33 seconds up until the start of the fourth quarter. What is that about? When you got Nerlens Noel running up and down the court for almost 20 minutes, and the only thing he supplied to you was 3 rebounds.
Dude, all Noel did last night was just breathe in and breathe out oxygen and carbon dioxide. That's all he did.
Yo, G-Man,
Did you see
I'm
that
on
pass he
like
missed?
I wasn't okay with that
Yes,
Nerlens time.
crazy.
Y'all saw that pass he missed, right, Al? You saw that pass he missed for the dunk? Nerlens Noel was wide open under the rim, and dude threw him a touchdown.
And you talking about what Obi lasered it to him?
Then he looked at his hands like, hands, my bad.
You got butterfingers.
He need to spray some stickum on his hands before the start of each game.
Or some honey or something.
Man, jeez, killing us, killing us. But I'm one fellas that, yeah, the refs. You can look at the free throw comparison and say, yeah, the refs killed us. You know what I mean? But you're supposed to play on. Everybody that plays basketball know you're supposed to play on. And if you play, if we all ball players or supposed to be ball players, and we play schoolyard or park ball, then you just play. Whether you get the foul call or you don't. Julius arguing with the referees night in and night out has to stop. That has to stop. When we talked about the other day about you learn how to become a number one. A number one, you just don't drop out of the sky and become a number one. He is not a number one player when you argue with the referees night in and night out, to whereas it's costing your team a win. When it costs your team a win because you're sitting there arguing with the referee when you should be getting back on defense. And that's killing us night in and night out. Okay. Did we get the calls? No, we didn't get the calls. Should we have got some calls? Yeah, we should have got the calls. But play on.
And how many elite teams throughout the course of NBA history has had to deal with that? Like, come on, bro.
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
So I want to hear it.
Everybody. That's what I'm saying. You just get back on. You just play ball. Like your natural instincts kick in and say, I'm going to play ball. I'm not getting the foul calls. I'm going to continue to play ball. Just play ball. He let that disrupt his game to where it takes the air out of our team.
Sure did.
It takes the air out of our team. So when guys is talking about, lay up off of Randall, he's our leader. He's supposed to lead by example. And y'all keep missing that whole point of what a number one player is. Yeah, he gets double teamed because he's the number one player on the team. But he has to act like a number one player. That's why you just don't become a number one player because you made the all-star team and you made most improved player. It doesn't work that way. You have to learn how to become a number one. It's more to just pat and stats. And last night up until he started losing it with the referees, he was playing a good game.
Yep.
He was playing a good game.
He's playing a great game. Kevin Durant was 2 for 13 on Julius Randle. 2 for 13.
And notice how KD never let the moment dictate how he was going to play. See how he was nice, cool, calm, and collective. He didn't complain. He just like, all right, I'm going to go out here and get this work. Is that my man Rob the Nick down at the bottom?
What's up, baby?
What's good, bro?
In the building. What's good, chat? What's good, fam? Everybody good?
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
All good, bro.
So Miss Mocha told me that I got to apologize to you for the way that I ran out yesterday. Because I was
not really. You had to go.
Yeah. So as soon as I clicked the button, she was like, "Man, Rob the Nick was talking." I was like, "Yeah," but I kept telling man, we gotta, because we're gonna do. So she was like, "Man, be a grown up." So I'm gonna be a grown up and apologize, man. My bad.
Yeah, we're a bunch of kids in here with feelings.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. My bad. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, but I had a different read on the game.
The referees messed us up yesterday, Rob.
Yeah, but my read was different. Number one, we got to recognize that, that game, yeah, it's played in New York, but it's played in Brooklyn. Now, we ain't at the Garden, so you don't expect to get those calls like that. That's the second time back-to-back Julius arguing with the ref to end the game. One time last year, he kicked the ball out on the Kyrie thing. Now it's Kevin Durant. What I got from that game is this here. Maybe they got too much. They got too much on Julius. They really do. And I'm just talking about as far as the Knicks organization is concerned, because you don't have to play that style of ball where as though you got to take the responsibilities and you got to lever it around. You just can't put all the responsibility handling the ball, doing this, playing defense on the best player,
orchestrating your offense.
And you got to run the offense, and and everything is magnified on Julius. And it's starting to not look right, because Tibbs' job is going to have to be to take these two teams that he have and make it one.
Right.
That's his biggest job this year. Loss is going to be sacrificed and everything, but coming to the end of the season, this second unit and this first unit is going to have to be blended as a team. You can't have two teams within a team. That's not going to work. You can't have a style of play that's for one unit and a style of play that's for another unit, because you have to have balance within the unit. And the problem with the first unit is that it's not that they're not skilled. They're not balanced with the right players. You have
Correct.
The first unit is pretty much playoff basketball. The second unit is pretty much seasonal basketball, because every possession counts in the playoffs. So you want to have a half-court offense. And when you run the ball, okay, you running the ball up and down the court, that's fan-friendly. That's why everybody can fall in love with the second unit, because it's fan-friendly. But in this type of game that we played yesterday, as you can really see, first unit did hold their own until the third quarter, but then he made a little change that was kind of different. He had three second unit players on the floor. Yesterday was Burke's first time in the first unit. When he had Rose, Quickly, and Burke out there, that's pretty much second unit. And then he had Obi and Randall out there with the same people. That's pretty much second unit. So he got to find a common place to take this team and make it one. Last night, he was trying different things. So I know for the win, we can look at it, okay, maybe this would have helped us win. But the picture is bigger than that right now. And the problem is bigger than that. He has to do what he has to do as a coach, and that's to blend these 15 people into one. And having two different teams in one is not blending the team. So we have to be a little bit patient with this switch. And yes, Kemba doesn't come back in the game. He said Kemba's out the rotation. Kemba's not hurt. Kemba is out the rotation. And they already showed you the numbers why. Hey, we got to live with it. Kemba's not going to be playing no time soon. Because if he was, he could have brought him in for spot minutes. And he said that he has too much respect for Kemba to give him spot minutes.
Right.
So Kemba's have to play his role. His role is going to be sit on the side, cheer. If somebody get hurt or something like that happens, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to do it. But as far as that Rose situation is concerned, and Quickly, suck it up, Buttercup, because it's Quickly going to have to learn how to play 39 minutes. You can't just keep on pulling Quickly just because he ran out of gas. Quickly is 22
He's 22 years old. I was going to say that.
You know,
Okay,
you
Rob,
can't do that.
So Rob,
You know, if he's going to be on the floor, He's going to be on the floor. Now, blending his team in the next 10 games, and I'm not talking about 20, but he's going to have to blend no first unit, second unit. He's going to have to blend the team. And once you take somebody out the second unit, hey, look, Tibbs can't be looking at the situation like, oh, I don't want to disturb the second unit. Because if the first unit go down, they don't care what the second unit is doing. You're not going to win the game. The first unit is the most important unit. I don't care about breaking up that second unit. I don't care nothing at all about breaking it up because you can't always play from a deficit. He's going to have to blend that team and make sure that the first unit is doing their job.
Say that again, Rob. You can't do what?
No, what I was going to ask Rob was, I agree with you what you're saying about.
Hold on, so y'all understand how important that third quarter is. That you can't keep playing from a deficit.
I agree with
you
that.
Sometimes, fellas.
I agree with that. Rob,
And here's another thing, Rob. I'm sorry, Kev, just because I just want to say to his point that the bench has bailed us out so many times this year. And also the bench is a top 5 bench in the league. So you have to look at it. I agree with you. You do have to evaluate your roster from 1 to 15. But the tinkering shouldn't have to be too much to the bench as opposed to how his first unit is going to look every first, third quarter, and end of the fourth.
No, I beg to differ. Let me tell you why. When you play in basketball and you come on the team as a JV, you come on the team and you're in your freshman year and you make varsity. Sooner or later, your number one job is to become a starter. If you got people that start that doesn't deserve to be starting, you move them out the lineup. You don't keep them second. You don't keep them on the second unit. I don't care if it's the best in the league. That's not the point, because then it's showing that all your talent is on your second unit, and you don't play from a deficit.
But Evan Fournier is not going to the bench.
You say what?
I said Evan Fournier would never go to the bench.
You're crazy. You done lost your mind.
Do you see what they paid that man?
Hey, look, his contract is for $58 million. You can't say that he won't go to the bench. If you're not performing, you will go to the bench. Fournier yesterday was not the problem.
He
didn't get 19 points, but he had some crucial fourth quarter shots. That was big time. I don't say you bench him in 20 games, but in 40 games, if he's not producing, yeah, you move him out the lineup. Anybody can get it comes to that.
In all fairness, his weak side rotations were terrible yesterday, and his transition D was terrible. But
hey, look at here. We've been dealing with that all season, but now we're just not dealing with two people out there like that.
And we're not getting enough out of the center position either.
And just real
quick,
quick,
if you're looking for points out the center position, you're looking at the wrong team. That's not going to happen.
Do you agree that Obi should be getting more minutes?
Obi should be getting more, but it's a slow process right now with Obi. You have to work with what the situation is. Do Obi deserve more minutes right now? Yes, but you got to see how it's gonna be done. Yesterday, I don't think Tibbs. We already know that Tibbs is like this here. His in-game situations is not the best in the league because automatically, soon as RJ was not fit to play, it should have been more minutes for some kind of way, more minutes for Obi. But everybody knows Tim like to go back to the drawing board and then see how he gonna do it. He's not. He's like I say. He's like Mike McCartney when it comes to in-game strategy. He's late behind that, and it will cost him down the line if he doesn't fix that.
He won't fix
it. You should be able. You should have automatically been able to put. I would, if I had any time to try Obi at the 3. It was yesterday.
Wow, Kobe Toppin.
Obi at the 3. Hey, look, Obi at the 3. If it was any time I would have tried it, it would have been yesterday. I would have seen what he had at the 3.
Somebody better give Sergeant some Tylenol because it looks like he's getting a bad headache.
There's some feedback coming through.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who it is, man. Okay, it just went away.
His head is spinning.
Continue.
Oh, and he has something to say to Tibbs when they pulled him out the game. That's the second time.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rose was barking at him in the fourth too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Tibbs, Tibbs is not perfect. He needs to get certain things together.
Rose was yelling at Tibbs after he fouled Kevin Durant, and Tibbs was like, yo, why'd y'all foul him there? And Rose was barking back, and it actually was a foul on Randall. Randall tipped his dunk at the rim.
Yeah, but that call could have really went. That could have easily have been a no call.
You got to talk about two different plays though. He's not talking about the challenge. He's talking about where KD went past Julius and Rose had to come down and help. That's what he's talking about.
Julius really caught some of that. Julius got more ball than foul.
That's what I thought too.
Julius caught that.
Yeah, I thought he got all ball on that.
He got more ball than foul. It was like, that's why I said they couldn't let that go because he did get more ball. And the one on Rose, see, Rose got to be one thing about Rose on that particular play when Durant went for the dunk on him and we lost that challenge. Rose should have went over there to Tibbs and said, no, I did hit him. You looking to get away with something right then and there. Now, it wasn't a hard hit, but it was something that was visual to the eye that you did hit him, and it wasn't going to be undisputed coming back that you did hit him.
What are you chewing? Bubble gum?
Big League
You say what?
Yeah,
Big League Chew. Big League Chew.
Yeah, so Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, y'all got to be kidding me with Randall getting upset. Look at PG-13, LeBron, KD, etc. When they don't get calls. The Julius, he's not getting calls because he's not affected when he's hit because he's stronger thing is crazy. And matter of fact, yesterday or the day before yesterday, Steph Curry blew a gasket because he went to the basket and got hit hard too and didn't get a call. And nobody's saying anything about Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying, having a meltdown. It's always
every game. He doesn't do it every game.
Hey, look, you don't know that. You don't watch him every game.
You're right. Facts, Rob.
Now, look, when they show a person on national TV, and then you have a different concept. But the thing with Julius is we watch him every day. So, but them other stars, they be crying just as much. They cried just as much. The whole NBA cried just as much. But Julius' emotions, he holds it too long.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he does. He does. I agree with that.
And then Julius Randle don't have an advocate for him, man. It seems like don't nobody have Julius back, bro.
I agree with that.
The front when the front office came out and said something about Julius Randle not getting fair treatment. You heard the front office say nothing.
Never.
The front office ain't it's like me and G-Man been in organizations and others probably in this chat have been in an organization where if something ain't right, if you voice it to the person above you and they expect you to play at a certain level, and you're like, yo, I can't perform at this level because such and such keep happening.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying?
The coach job.
And then what they do is they take up for that X factor that's diminishing your performance.
That's the coach's job.
Right. But the thing is, Julius Randle get hacked like that every game. RJ Barrett Alec Burks got fouled so hard yesterday. All he could do was laugh. He didn't even get a call. Man, he's like, oh my God, really?
Because the referees were awful yesterday. They did the worst job ever.
That's what I'm saying. But James Harden went to the free throw line 10 times.
Did I tell you guys I was done with Tom Thibodeau? Did I say that? I just want to make sure that that's that's known. I'm done.
Oh, man.
I'm done. Look, America. For those that are watching and those that will rewatch, I want to be on record today on the 1st of December, 2021. At 9
sounds like a memoir.
Eastern Standard Time, because people gonna forget that I said this, but I want on record. I am done with Tibbs. at this point.
My question for you, if it's not Tibbs, who's the perfect coach for this team? Can you guys name that?
Oh, come on, man. Let's not even go there, man. That's that right there, man. Coach of the year. He at least got a couple more years before we can even have this conversation.
Get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready.
I'm telling you right now, I'm tired of this. I appreciate everything that Coach Tibbs has done to this point. Stop talking to me about Coach of the Year last year, right? That's the same thing about when we start talking about what Michael Jordan did a decade ago. It's irrelevant at this point. I'm talking about moving forward progress. Tell me what Tibbs has done today that's making this organization better. Tell me that. I'll wait.
I reckon it's better right now this time than it was last year.
Facts.
Okay, so
what was it last year at this time?
So we were
under 500.
511. We were under 500 at this point. But I'm asking you right now, based on
and Kevin Knox was getting 20 minutes and Obi was getting 12 minutes. And so he switched them up, I think.
Yep.
I'm ready to
come on, Kev.
I'm ready to move forward. I'm tired of this mediocrity.
Is this G-Man? I think we might need an intervention right now.
Let's get one.
G-Man, I think you're having a meltdown.
He's pouting. He's pouting.
Yeah, he's having a meltdown because Obi Toppin ain't
Come on,
playing.
don't be Julius now.
No,
G-Man.
That's not it. What it is, I'm sick and tired of the mediocrity and
there you go.
Excuses for mediocrity and not holding the people accountable that should be held accountable. We talk about that.
True.
You don't have bad refs in any organization that you go to. Anybody that's officiating something, they're gonna miss calls. They're gonna make bad
any sport.
And it's gonna happen, right? But that does not dictate you and the direction of your organization. If we had played if we had the proper alignment in our team last night, those bad calls would have been hurtful, but they would have really been irrelevant because we're up at that point. Because why? We're managing the basketball team. We're managing what we need to do in order to be successful, and that's not what we did.
Sergeant, you're singing the song, and the song is that with Tom Thibodeau, we're never going to get to a championship type of caliber environment. It's not going to happen. I'll be right back. So if people who want to stay stuck in mediocrity and they want to say, well, Tom this, Tom that, then they can stay there and do that and enjoy the first round because that's where it's going.
I'm with you. And look, at this point, that's suspect because if we continue to do what we did last night, we'll be lucky to make it to 50 games.
Hey, look, last night wasn't a badly played game. Last night we didn't play bad. Y'all getting all over this net thing. Don't forget they playing with 2 Hall of Famers. Don't trip. Like we just lost to the Kings or somebody. We lost to the number 1 team in the East. Okay, and we went toe to toe with them a day after we fixed the lineup. We lost by 2 points. Y'all acting like we're supposed to beat Brooklyn by 30. No. Hey, the game was runs. They made a run. We made a run. Okay, you can if you're going to look at the game in the in the third quarter of what happened, before the quarter was over, the Knicks battled back. So what? That thing is put to bed then. The game came down to a possession at the end. Nothing else counts. Everything else, it came down to a possession at the end of the game.
You never coached on the sideline if you say something like that.
No,
you've never ran an organization. You've never player developed your guys. You say stuff like that.
Everything counts in the game. Everything counts. It leads up to that.
Everything counts in the game. But we all know that. But at the end of the day, we lost by 2. That's it. Yes, everything counts. You can add everything to the end of the game when you're going over the game. Okay, we put this game behind us. We went to Brooklyn. We didn't get the calls. We didn't, and we lost by 2. That's it. Oh, man. They have to come to the Garden, and we're gonna play again.
Gotta wait till February.
Hey, look, it's like this here. When you play the NBA season, you hope to win all your home games and half of your road games. That'll give you 60 wins. If you control your home and you win half of the road games, that's 60 wins.
So Knicks are
We
getting
lost
60
by
wins.
2. Y'all want to fire the coach because we lost by 2?
No, we want to fire the coach because he's marred in mediocrity.
No, he's not. I can't see why you say that.
I just explained it to you.
No, but look, you act like this roster is like one of the top 10. They're one of the top 10 in the league, and it's not. Now, they play with heart. They got some more skilled players than last year, but don't get it twisted. This is not the best roster in the world.
No.
It is not.
It's not. But when you talk about not having the best roster, that means I need premium management. So when you don't have a good roster, you don't have good management, what does that lead to?
But I don't think that is bad management.
Dude, listen, if you have a roster that you feel is a championship, now that's even more emphasis on your coaching to make sure you got your, because we should be saying, you know what, Tom managed that game beautifully. That was a great call there. It's just that, we just don't have that star power like that. That's not the case.
Is this a championship team to you?
No. Hell no.
No. So what are you complaining about?
Oh my God.
Hey, look, y'all said that we would get 50 wins, right?
Yep.
No, I didn't
50
say that.
wins.
I was optimistic with the 50 wins. But
okay, so if you got 50 wins, how many losses you got?
You tell me, Rob.
32.
Uh-huh.
All right then. So what you're talking about right now is the start of a quarter into the season. That's it. And now you're mad at, just tell the truth, G-Man, you're mad at him because of Obi. We all know.
I'm mad because he is mismanaging his roster, Rob. That's why I'm mad.
Look, it's early. It's time to get. Look, it's going to take time to fix. He just made a change. One game into a change. One game.
Rob. You know what I thought when I looked at the game, and the referees and all like, yeah. But when I looked at the end results, you had 2 superstars on the team, and you see how when they need buckets, they got somebody to go get them buckets. And when the game is on the line and we're going back and forth, they went to who they knew to get them buckets, and that's how we lost. We can talk about we should have got fouled. They got 2 superstars. We have an all-star. We don't have a superstar on our team. Julius Randle is not a superstar. He's an all-star.
Preach worldwide. That's what it came down to. Durant was in charge of every shot going down the line.
I wasn't bitter that I was bitter that we was lost, but I wasn't a sore loser because I seen why we lost. And when the game was on the line, KD and Harden, they took over the game like they supposed to take over the game. Now, what was our all-star doing, fellas? He was arguing with the referees at that moment in time when the game was on the line. Do y'all see the difference?
Well, let me ask
That's the game within the game. You cannot do that at that time. You got to hold your composure.
Let me ask this question, El.
True.
Do you believe? I'm gonna ask this to the panel. Do you believe that the way that the rotation was managed last night was the most effective for the New York Knicks?
Hey, I liked it when he had Rose Quickly and Obi in there. Rose Quickly.
But it's been like that most of the season.
Bro, we
Quickly.
About Obi, man. We still talking, man.
No, I'm talking about the management of the roster, Freaky.
I didn't have no problem with his rotation yesterday.
I didn't have no problem.
I wanted more time for Obi, but I didn't really have a problem with it.
Wow.
But you just play the next man up. See, that timeout, this was the best thing I seen Tibbs do. When Fournier hit that 3, that was the best out of timeout play that Tibbs have.
I was about to say that. Yes.
That Tibbs has drawn up in 2 years because it was non-predictable. The other time, all last year, it was Julius.
Watch your back, Kev. Someone's behind you.
Everybody knew that. That out of timeout play was the best that Tibbs have drawn up that I've seen him draw up the whole time.
I agree.
So what we're talking about is a play. I'm asking about management of the roster.
First of 4 quarters.
And what we're doing. We talk about one play. My question is,
I didn't have a problem with his rotation. The only thing I could have said that he could have gave Obi 5 more minutes for Obi. That's it. Other than that, I'm not.
look, let's remove Obi Toppin's name from this conversation, right? Because
then I definitely have no problem with the rotation.
I don't want this to be an Obi conversation. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is in game, understanding the way the game is being managed and what's going on and what you need to do to give your team the best opportunity to win the basketball game. Are you telling me that you're confident and comfortable with what you saw last night? That's my question.
Yes, I am. I am.
He said he's good. He had no problem with Grimes being starting the third. He had no problem with it.
Look at here. Going forward with the changes that he made with putting Burke in there, that was the main thing. That was the main focus of last night's game, how he was going to work as a starter.
Right.
And it panned out good. So therefore, with him being in the lineup, everything else is going to catch up to himself. But first, you got to fix this starting lineup. And what he did was he concentrated on it. I didn't have no problem with it at all.
Right.
So
yeah, man. I think Tibbs overall. I think Tibbs did good based on what he was facing. I mean, the Nets had 2 Hall of Fame players on the court and a bunch of support and role players that know their role, right? And the Knicks have a bunch of role players and 1 good player or 2 good players, and they are punching uphill, fighting uphill against a team that's one of the best in the Eastern Conference.
No, the best team in the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah, and we came up 2 points short, and some things didn't go. Some things didn't go our way, and we frustrated about it. We venting here, but we listen. We knew what we was facing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the Obi crowd is just starting to look like the Frank Hive, bro. The Obi crowd is starting to be. Hey, let me see if I got an Obi fans thing in. Hey, Rob, do we have an Obi fans thing in here somewhere?
You better have one.
Let me see if I got.
You know what? I'm stuck in the necessities of people being stuck in an environment of mediocrity. There.
Obi fans be like,
there you go. That's my rhyme for the day, bro.
Nice.
I like that,
dude. This ain't funny, man, but I gotta show it again, man. This ain't even funny, man, but you know.
It is funny. Oh man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine, but you know, I still want somebody to explain to me how you got somebody in the game for 20 minutes to give you 3 rebounds, and you got a prolific guy that has shown you night to night that as soon as he's in the game, he's gonna get you buckets, right? And you don't put him in until the start of the 4th quarter.
And Noel's defense,
man. Noel is trash, man.
And Noel's defense,
y'all man. Y'all don't want to believe me.
Listen, man, I've seen 7-year-olds look tougher than Noel did last night, man.
I'm telling you something. If you tell me that is not a glaring example of coaching mismanagement, then I'm gonna send you someplace to get some treatment. You're gonna have to sit on somebody and talk to him for a little bit. Miss me with all that. I'm telling you right now. Miss me with that. You call it what you want. I'm just calling it what I see it. And then we
there been people on this panel talking about Noel should be starting.
Right.
Who are those guys?
Hey, listen. Hey, so shout out to our girl Queen Steph. Queen Steph from what's the name of her show on some channel?
Queen's Court.
Yeah, Queen's Court. Yeah. I think she said last night that she wanted to see Nerlens Noel start. And shout out to her, by the way, because you know what I'm saying. But she's smart, bro. She's smart.
Yeah, she is, but that take she had when she said that yesterday, you know how your eyebrow go up like, huh? Scooby Doo look? Huh? What'd you say?
I'll be back.
Yeah, I listened to her when she came off with that one. I say, yeah. And she way knowledgeable with the Knicks, but when she said that, I was like,
what?
She must ain't meant that.
I didn't understand the point. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, I really don't criticize anybody's opinion unless it's like a dive off the deep end. Like, you remember how Hoodie Kev used to say everything would have been right because of Kevin Knox?
Yeah.
If Kevin Knox would have been, I'm like, Kev, come on, bro. That's the only time, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like G-Man was ready to go there this morning with Obi Toppin. That's why we had to prepare
But it was kind of interesting. It's like when the game got down to that end, when he took Obi out, I did wonder what would have happened if he would have left him in the game. Because Obi was playing well. He was moving without the ball. He missed his 3-point. I think if he would have hit about 1-3, Tibbs would have left him in to finish the game.
Yeah, I think so.
I know, but he missed all them joints though. Like,
and they missed bad.
Word.
Yeah, he missed bad.
Yeah,
he missed bad. I think that had a because Tibbs know that he's not going to be afraid to shoot, but Tibbs ain't want them shots that they wasn't close.
Right.
They was not even close.
No, not even.
Right. And the surprising thing is that he's an excellent free throw shooter. You know what I'm saying?
They said with shots up that he's a good 3-point shooter when he gets shots up.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Obi? He hasn't shown me that yet.
I know, but they say like in practice, they said that look, they say he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. I know in college he shot the ball good from 3, but this is the pros though. But they said like with time, like if Coach, if he got 20 minutes a game, I would not be mad. But
who's guarding him?
And
in
I
practice,
think
the
that
coach?
Nobody,
I think that he should have played. I think he should have got some 3 time yesterday. I really do. I really do. I think he should have got some 3 time.
I think that's what G-Man was alluding to at the beginning of the second half with RJ out. Instead of playing Grimes, he should have played Obi. But I disagreed because if Kevin Durant was playing the 3 and they had a conventional power forward in the game, I'd have been like, okay. But they had DeAndre Bembry, number 95, playing small forward, a little dude.
But he couldn't dribble.
Right, and Bembry's not a great shooter, so it kind of would have offset.
Yeah, I think Obi would have killed them. That's why I said it was perfect. That's why I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, I
Obi would have ate him. Yep.
I don't know, man. Because Bembry, I thought Bembry used to be a guard. I don't know how big he is. I'm gonna look him up though.
He's like 6'6". He plays a lot of small forward.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He played a lot of shooting guard and small forward for Atlanta, right?
Yes, he did. I mean, he played some 2 guard, but it was like that big 2 guard that was like still small forward. Right.
He's 6'5", 210. 6'5",
Right.
210. Yeah, I don't know about Obi guarding him, bro.
Oh man, look, everybody say that, man. Obi's defense is much improved. And to say who Obi can't guard, I got to see him. I don't see nobody really dropping no baskets on Obi. I see Obi blocking shots, rebounding, and dunking, and shooting and hitting the occasional 3, going to the basket. I don't see where as though it's automatically a gimme that Obi can't do.
And another thing too is that when he guarded KD, I mean, he didn't guard him bad. I mean, he was up in his airspace. He had a hand in his face. It's just that KD's KD. Like, you can't barbecue man for that, man.
Yeah. But the thing I'm saying is not a Obi can't play defense thing. What I'm saying is a size and athleticism thing. Like, you usually don't have 6'9" dudes guarding 6'5" dudes. That's what I'm saying.
Man, what get our intellect always crying about? A 6'9" wing that can guard.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
But I don't think Obi can guard perimeter.
He could block some shots. He could jump.
I think he got better defending other fours. I don't think.
Hey, look, I think that narrative been put out there. That narrative been put out there, and it hasn't been challenged.
Right.
Because I can't see why he can't. Obi can move. Obi is athletic. He beat you to a spot. Everybody can say, "Oh, I heard some things with Sims and them say, oh, and GM, oh, his hips don't turn and all of that." Man, to me, man, that's straight BS. Because when you know where to go, when you know if you're smart enough to be able to beat a man to a spot, you don't have to do that. Defense is know-how. You know, it's effort and know-how.
So Obi knows how to beat his man to the spot?
No, what I'm saying, that's what defense is. I said that has yet to be proven because he hasn't been put in that situation.
Maybe there's a reason why he hasn't been put in those situations.
Why?
Because he maybe can't defend perimeter players. Yeah.
You said maybe. That's what I'm
Because
saying. Let us see it
malpractice.
on the
That's
floor
why.
before we come to that decision.
Well, Tibbs sees it at practice, so he know more than
Look,
us.
see, hey, 1 minute Tibbs don't know what he's talking about, and the next minute he perfect, huh?
I never said anything bad about Tibbs. Talk to
Now,
me about
Keyshawn didn't say that though.
I did.
Well,
said
look,
anything bad.
okay, all right. So look, it's up in the air on what Tibbs seeing, what Tibbs do. So one opinion on it is not going like I just want to see it. I don't look. I'm not sitting up there killing Tibbs. Don't take me like that. What I'm saying is this here. I'm just looking at the player and the way I see him on the floor and the way he's playing D.
Yeah, you want to try it out. I feel you on that.
All I'm saying. And yesterday was a perfect opportunity with RJ out because it's not like RJ is killing on the defensive end for a defensive player award like he said he was.
Word, could I everybody, let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. Y'all see what's going on
Hit the
in
button. Hit the
Them
button.
likes up.
Hey,
Hit the like button.
Not the hater button. The likes button.
Yo, hey, Beans. Beans, can you hear me? Hey, man.
What's good, bro?
Hey, can you run pilot, man, so I can be a passenger?
I got you.
Okay, all right. So everybody, Beans gonna captain this shit, man. I'm not gonna be a moderator, man. I'm gonna just contribute like everybody else. Beans gonna moderate the joint.
Get those beans going.
Yeah, man.
So let's do it, man. So
Gary, you think about Burks. What you think about the Burks experiment?
Burks is cooking.
I think it went well.
It looked great.
I think it went well. I ain't gonna cap. I think it went well, but I kind of think he overplayed them. Like he played 39 minutes last night. It kind of looked like he ran out of breath in the fourth, man. A little bit.
Okay.
Get it back in practice because you're gonna be playing those minutes.
I know,
Get
but
it back
like,
in practice. Those are starter minutes.
I know, but he shouldn't have tightened up. That starter minutes, 39 minutes?
Yeah, that starter minutes, 35 to 39 minutes, man.
Just starting them, going to hit him with 39 right out the gate?
Hey, look at here, man. I'm paying you. You got a $30 million contract, man. What we waiting on?
Oh man,
I gotta ease you in. I bet you ain't fighting your way to the bank.
We got depth. Is that what we've been talking about? Our depth. Why not let the depth shine?
Hey, look at here. I agree with you. You have to right now. You know he was cooking so much that okay, all right, but yeah. See, it's an adjustment period, man. That's game one. Okay. Now maybe he gonna have to look at that situation and be like, okay, well, he gotta figure out who's gonna get these minutes. Because he gonna get killed in the media if he keep on doing what he doing to Obi. New York ain't going for it. Yeah. New York ain't going for it. He gonna be answering that question every game in the media if he think that, yo, why you ain't playing Obi? Yo, why you ain't playing Obi? What's up with the minute? You gonna hear that until all year. So you gonna have to figure out something. Right now, his eye was on that Burke situation. Okay, I give you game one. But you can't give Obi inconsistent minutes, man. You got to have a slot 15 to 20. He gonna have to figure how to do that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But this at the end of the game at the press conference, nigga Tibbs said, "I'm pissed." Yo, that ain't go front. It kind of brought a smile on my face when he said that. Cause I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on. Worldwide L, man, we ain't hear from you, bro. What's going on, man? Talk to me. What's up? Worldwide L? Nah.
He coming back and forth from I think he at work, so he slide in when he can.
He's pissed.
What do you guys think about Fournier taking that last shot? Like that play going to Fournier. You thought maybe he went to someone else?
2.2 seconds, man. Whoever touched the ball was taking that.
Yeah, and he hit the three to bit us right there.
I thought it was going to go to IQ.
We should have won that game.
But you have to understand that with Tibbs, when he burned that that challenge, which you
That
should have never
challenge.
burned that timeout. Now that burned us from advancing the
end.
ball in that situation.
Yep.
Yeah, it came back to haunt us. It definitely came back to haunt us, D.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
But
And there was no
that
need
foul,
to do it because there was 6 minutes left of the game. There was no need for it.
but that foul that they called, that foul was so petty, yo, on D Rose.
I heard you.
I really didn't believe like they really called that.
I heard you.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was. But
it's the
you
dunk.
know, in that situation, you know what I'm saying. I was looking at Rose to go. Look, though, we gonna need don't use it for that. Because once you look at the image on the film, you seen that he hit that he touched him. He right there on him. It didn't stop. I don't think it stopped Kevin Durant's momentum at all. But it was there. You know, it was some old, like Shaq said. He said, "Look, man." Like when he was talking about Julius, he said, "Yo, you gonna look? They not gonna give you the call, but when you come across, when you dropping those bowls on them on the other end, he said, punish him on the other end, and make the ref have to call that. Because when you swinging your hands and all this, like, because I was looking for the play that pissed him off. I seen that. Okay, you shot that step back. Okay, you missed it, and then you went down and you fouled Durant on the other end, and then everything blew up after the timeout. You came back. So you talking about? I didn't see too much that happened with you on that shot.
You talk about Randall, right?
Something? Did y'all see what happened to him?
You talk about Randall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, dude. I think he's tripping. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I don't
because
like
it was a
his energy
step
right
back, right? I'm on the right play, right? Because he had to step back. He missed it in the lane. He went back in on the other end. Durant shot the shot from the elbow. He fouled him, and then they went to a commercial break, and they came back, and then he was all over the place. I seen the ref do the tech before the commercial break, and then when we came back, and then he running down all the refs talking about this, that, and the third, and it's in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Look, you can talk to the refs. I don't care nothing about that, but it shouldn't cost us a tech. Last year, you kicking balls down in the hallway because of the Kyrie thing. This year, come on, man, you setting the pattern to as though you ain't gonna get no calls because you got too much to say, and then it's affecting you.
This all goes back to what I said about the mental not being strong.
Yeah, that's his mental. He has to find a way to get the fouls drawn.
Chicago coming up. What y'all think? Talk to me. What's up? What we doing against Chicago? Go ahead, D.
We're playing what, Thursday?
We're getting a win.
No, Thursday.
We're playing Thursday. Where are we at? The Garden or Chicago?
The Garden. We already played 2 in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, the Garden.
Now it's time to stomp them out.
I think it's very interesting to see how the team responds. And don't forget, I mean, Chicago's a top 10 defensive team, so it's gonna be a low scoring game. It's gonna be a lot of half court basketball. I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Okay, but what I ain't gonna front. I kind of like that Burks, whatchamacallit matchup. What's the son name?
Lonzo.
Oh,
I like that because Lonzo got to work. He's a good defender. Let's don't get it twisted. He's a great defender, but he's gonna have to work.
I want to see
Lonzo's gotten better too. He's shooting better.
I want to see Randall come next game.
Lonzo, yeah, shooting better now.
I ain't worried about Lonzo.
Danny? What you think? About the Chicago? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yes, sir.
What you think about the Chicago game coming up, bro?
I think we're going to bounce back and get a win because we should carry over being pissed. We know we will beat the Brooklyn. We should carry that over if we can go in and freaking destroy these guys.
I think
that's my mentality. That's how I feel. If I know we should have won that game and the ref jobbed me, the next game I'm putting 300% to freaking put my foot down on that team and stomp them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We shouldn't lose. We shouldn't lose to Chicago and in the Garden too.
Yeah, in the Garden.
And I want to tell Rob something too. Rob, we're not getting enough out of Mitchell Robertson, bro. 8 points and 7 rebounds for us.
Hey, look at here, man. This is the question that I posed to everybody last year about the center position. Name me 5 centers Look at your boy in Utah. Around the basket, nothing. Hey, you can't give me 5 centers that's averaging over 20 points in the whole league.
We don't need Mitch to give 20.
No, I'm not even talking about Mitch. I said it's not 5 centers in the whole NBA. So it's a defensive position right now.
Nah, I could give you 5, OG. I could definitely
5.
Valanciunas, I think, definitely.
Huh?
Who's that?
I could give you 5.
Hey, give me the 5.
All right, son of Chicago.
How much? 8?
Valanciunas. He averaged a dub.
Jokic,
Embiid, Cat.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Who else? It's a couple more too.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
Christian
And I don't think
Wood
Valanciunas is 20.
Nah, Valanciunas is definitely 20. He's definitely
I don't know about that. And I don't think Vukovic is either because he's been out.
We need a stat check in the chat, please. Somebody give us a stat check.
Valanciunas been in the league for a little while. I don't think maybe.
I rock the Chicago game, bro.
Oh, Chicago. I think we're gonna beat Chicago. See, they are half-court offense. That's where the Knicks thrive at. That's where that first unit thrive at. In half-court offense, physical game. I think Chicago's not going to be a problem.
He's averaging 19.3 this season, Valanciunas.
All right, now.
And like 20 rebounds.
20 rebounds. Not 12.
8 points and 7 rebounds. That's terrible. That's
yeah, but you have to understand too, though. You got to understand the Knicks don't utilize Mitchell Robinson for what he could do either.
Because he's got no offense.
No, but no. He's a lob threat. He's a lob threat every possession, and they don't use it. That's a fact.
Not at all.
He's a dump threat every possession and do not use it.
Dude, if you had Chris Paul running this team right now with Mitchell Robinson, how many points would Robinson be? How many dunks would Robinson be getting right now?
A couple more. 14 points easily.
Right now will be like
easy 14, maybe more.
So how's that on Mitchell?
But
hey, Beans. So it's not 5.
Huh?
It's not 5.
I stopped at 4 to let you ride, man.
No. Check this out. Because Valanciunas wasn't 20 a game.
19.4.
19.4.
Look. I said 20 a game.
Come on, 19.
Valanciunas?
Hey, look, and I don't think Vukovic is 20 a game.
Vukovic. That's what I was talking about, Chicago.
No, I don't think he's 20 a game. That's Valanciunas.
Oh,
that's yeah. That's true.
Vukovic doesn't have to score.
Bam Adebayo is averaging 19 as well.
19 to 12. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Keyshawn, what you think of the Chicago game, bro?
I think with Danny, I think if we keep the same energy we had for the Brooklyn game, Chicago, they're not gonna be able to handle it. Like if we keep this, if Julius comes in the game pissed off, like he really forget the refs, he's just gonna play his game and do his thing, and the guys follow suit. I don't see us losing, but it's gonna be a close game, low scoring.
Okay. I could dig that. Do y'all feel we need any more lineup tuning up before the Chicago game, or we should ride in with the same situation? How y'all feel about that? We're gonna go to you.
What do you think, Beans? We should ride it for another game, right?
Yeah, but let's ease the youngins in this one a little bit and see some more small ball.
Yes, I agree. I want to see the young guys in more. They should play Sims more too. Forget Noel. Let Noel stay on the bench with his broken nail on his big toe, his toe jam. I want to see Sims. To get run. Bring Sims in off the bench for Mitch.
I think we're gonna trade Noel soon, like maybe. So he needs.
I think so.
To get some value.
I think something is brewing. Something's gonna happen eventually.
Just signed that man 3 years, $30 million.
Way too much.
That's tradable though.
It is, but still, man. Funny.
That's
stuff.
way too much for that guy. He doesn't give. What does he give you?
We could have got someone else.
He gives you a bag of trash. I don't see anything good from Noel. I never liked the guy.
I mean, he's an elite rim protector, and that's about as far as it goes. Oh no, and he's got
Not
very good
elite.
hands defensively. No, Noel's an elite rim defender.
Elite?
Elite, yes, correct.
He has quick hands. He just cannot catch.
Dude, yeah, man.
Like, he has quick hands. He
His
deflects
defense,
passes,
but his
he's
offense
not.
is garbage.
So do y'all think it's our time to start streaking, man, or what? Do y'all think we can get 4 of the next 4 games?
Who are the next 4 games, Beans? You have Chicago. Who's after?
Chicago. Hold on, let me go to the back.
That's a win. So that's 1 win. Who's next?
I don't want to guarantee that as a win.
Against
But-
Chicago?
Of course not.
I can't guarantee it, but I
That's not a
believe that
shoo-in.
I believe that this team will bring a different intensity for the next game. Like after this loss, like if you come in this game with your head down from the last game, like
All right, I got it right here.
You
We
gotta
got
have
Chicago.
better mental makeup.
Okay, go.
We got Chicago. We got the
Mhm.
Nuggets. We got the Spurs, and then we got the Pacers.
I could see us going 3-1 in that.
Yeah.
Please.
That's reasonable.
Stop, please.
Though Jokic gives us headaches every time we play the Nuggets.
What do you think about the Bucks on December 12th on the Sunday?
Yeah, I'm about to say we got 3 tough ones after that.
I'm trying to get tickets for that game too to go. I want to take my son for his birthday.
Yeah, it's important we at least take 3 of these next 4 games because that's got a rough stretch after.
Raptors, the Bucks, the Warriors, and then the Rockets and the
We're gonna
Celtics.
tell them Warriors come out and
That's
play.
not a bad stretch.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah,
That's
I think
crazy.
we could make a good run. Go 3-1.
What do you think, Rob? Oh, he's out.
Anyway, I'm about to be out too, y'all. Y'all be good, man.
Yo, later, D's balling. See you, bro.
Right?
All right, y'all.
What do you think, Beans?
Sean, I think, man, listen, man, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. We just got to get his lineup a little time. I'm not even going to say a little time because it's clicking now with Burks. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to find a way. I don't like 39 minutes for Burks at all.
That's too much, Beans. He should play maybe 30, right?
30, anywhere between 30 and 32.
That's enough for him.
Yeah, like, it's like, I feel like I ain't see him get a break.
No.
Every time I looked up, he was in the game. Like,
They need to give the young guys, blend them in more. It's not, you can't keep relying on these vets, these injury-prone vets. Just play these younger guys more. Get Sims in, get Grimes in, even McBride. Like mix them in, like different lineups. Even the first, second people, they got to bring them in. Give them a chance. Sitting on the bench ain't doing nothing for them. Doesn't help. Doesn't make you better on the bench.
I mean, you're watching the game. You should soak in what's going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, shout out to Nothing But Knicks. I see you in the chat. What up, big bro? Shout out still Knicks fans in the chat. I see you. I thank you for the support. Blonde and Tears, we here. Let's get them likes up. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button.
That's it. Smash that button.
Smash that button, man. Authentic, unscripted Knicks talk, man. Let's go.
Hey, Beans, I think we need a superstar on this team. That's what we're really missing. We have we
But
have
can
Randall.
we get one? You know what, Danny? You right about that. But can we get one inside? Do you think we got one here? Or do you think we need to go grab?
I say we got one growing in Obi, but Obi's not getting enough minutes.
Because he's playing on a one-time All-Star. Well, an All-Star. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna say one time. He's playing behind the All-Star.
We need a superstar with these dudes, with these young guys on here. One guy doesn't be the leader, a superstar. It's not Randall. Randall's like a second fiddle guy. We need one top dog in here. I don't know who it is, how we're gonna get it, but we need somebody. That's what we're lacking, you know.
I just wish we had a bona fide point guard, man, by now. Like,
can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead, talk about it.
Okay. Would you move Randall for Fox?
No.
On one-on-one?
For De'Aaron Fox?
On one-on-one?
Nice.
With the Kings want? Julius
one
Randle?
on one, just spots for Randall?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. Because that means we could bring Obi up now and we could
That's
do
it.
other things. I would. I know I'm gonna get killed for it, but in my personal opinion, I would do it. They make
You
them
won't
now.
get killed because guess what? I do it too. I said that last year. I think that's the perfect trade.
Straight up,
I
right?
think that's the perfect trade. They both around the same. They both around the same age. I think Randall might be a year older. That would bring Obi up, and then the team still stay young.
You don't think we can get Fox without trading Randall?
Oh no, he just signed a contract about a year ago.
Yeah, he on a
Last
big
year.
contract, big extension.
But he's kind of on the outs because they did draft his successor.
Yeah, but see the
David
beauty
Long
of it
Mitchell.
is the beauty of that trade is you will get Obi the minutes that he needs. Obi should be a starter.
Yes.
To me, I think Obi should be a starter. I think his trajectory going high, Obi could be another Amari Stoudemire, and that's what I see.
That's what I've been telling Freezy for the longest
Yeah,
time. I see the comparison. They're the same. Him and Amari.
And then you give him a point guard, he get the minutes, and then as far as
So
that
you'd want to run
concerned,
the offense around Obi?
you can run. Look, you can do anything you want then. And then guess what? And then I think that'll take the pressure off of Knox. You can sign Knox to a minimum contract to back up Obi.
You want to re-sign Knox?
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. To back up, to be a backup.
I understand that, but like we could probably pay for another backup in the league that'll actually produce, not someone that's sitting on the bench.
We need another
that
point guard
hasn't
in this team, though. Where are we gonna get him from? Where? How? I don't know.
We still ain't got no point guard like this. Oh man, that's
This
why I
would
want
be the ultimate point guard that you would need right then and there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Rob. That's why I wanted to take a swing on something from Cleveland, man.
So you guys,
Well, look how that would have
IQ?
winded up.
But he got hurt playing us.
I don't care, but he's out.
He should have been on this team.
Well, what? Then we would have been playing Cleveland, and then he would have went out.
What about IQ? So this point guard. What about quickly?
We never lie.
On the bench, you don't think he'll be ready to maybe try the starting role?
You say what?
What about IQ? If we get this point guard, what about him?
I think IQ could play the two. To be honest with you,
he can play both. He's a combo guard, but I don't want him making all the decisions and got to score and play defense all at the same time. That's just too much for him right now. He's getting into his own. Let's don't bury him with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mass situations. We just want IQ to be IQ when he come off the bench. That's how I feel. What you think about that, Rod?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. IQ, let IQ be IQ right now. But if you was to take that contract and they was to make that trade, you can evaluate. You just keep on letting IQ mature and grow because you'll be able to do something if he project high and dude got 2 years on this contract, you can make a decision then on what you want to do, but at least you'll have options. I'll just keep on rocking it like it's rocking it, but if you can't find minutes for Obi right then and there, you're going to have to make a decision. And you don't want to go too old at the point guard. You don't want to go old. You're going to have to go relevant and now. And if they having problems over there in Sacramento and they got Halliburton and they got Fox and they got the other De'Arvin Mitchell, that dude from Baylor, they playing three guards. And you got Buddy Hield. You got all those guards over there. You don't have the reason why they lose so bad like that, they have no veteran leadership. And they've been doing that same thing. Have all the talent, but no veteran leadership. No veterans on that team. They think year by year the team is going to get better and gelling, but if they're not doing what they need to do off the court, it shows on the court. And that's what's wrong with Sacramento. no veteran leadership. They don't know how to be professionals. And then people get tired and then they want to get up out of there. They had the last couple picks.
And
They
they
had
got
Fox. They got they had Wendell. They had many picks down there.
To bring it
nothing
back
is
to
coming
like
of it.
to IQ, you was talking about how okay, IQ is like a later on you can re-sign him or whatever. But what about a player that needs to get re-signed this season? What about RJ Barrett? So far this
RJ
season,
doesn't. He ain't
you
up
think
yet. He up next year.
Nah, next year. Next year for
next
RJ.
year? Yeah. Would you? All right. So seeing him play so far this season, would you re-sign?
I tell you what, it's still out to lunch, but I got my eye on him. I'm watching RJ closely.
Word.
But
And
he's not a max player right now. I can tell you that.
I'll give him a Bridges contract. I'll give him that.
How much Briggs get?
4 years, 84.
Nah, I won't give him that.
4 years, 84. Nah.
I can't give all years or 20 a year.
Yeah.
No way.
Too much.
Too much. RJ right now, the way RJ is playing right now, if I had to give him his contract today, he would be getting in between 10 and 12. 10 and 12.
Okay.
Right now.
We talking about projection next year. After
Okay, yeah.
season.
Well, it depends. Well, we got to wait on to what more that he does this year to proceed for next year. But if I had to give him one right now, it would be in between 10 and 12.
10 and 12. What about you, Beans?
If I had to give him a contract right now, I'd probably give him 4 for 60 right now.
For who? Mitchell?
Nah, for RJ.
For RJ?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I'll give him
4 for 60.
Okay, so you giving him 15. Okay.
Yeah.
That's more than what I would. I was like 10 to 12.
Nah, I ain't gonna give him more than that. I'm gonna let him work that out. It's gonna be 3 years with the 4-year option, and we're gonna see what you're gonna do.
Oh, I think they ran in there. We brought up the ghost.
There he is.
Everybody
There's the GOAT.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
Welcome
What
back,
up, Uncle
Potter.
Chris?
Ain't nothing, man. 5 alarm fire.
You had a couple of your buddies drop by too. Sim was in the chat. Knicks man was still in the chat. Came through to say what up.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to them guys, man. You know, it's good. Always good having those dudes come through. You know what I'm saying?
You been going to any Knicks games recently?
Not in the last couple of weeks.
I'm trying to get tickets for the Knicks against the Bucks to take my son because his birthday's this weekend, so I want to get him the tickets as a gift. He hasn't been to the Knicks game yet. It's on a Sunday at 12.
You know, I have been to a game. I went to the Charlotte game. Me and Rock, we went to the one in Charlotte, and we going to the one in January.
Yeah, I just came back from the one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which game you going to in January, Freezy?
The one in Atlanta.
Oh, it's in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah.
Man, that's Christmas Day at the Garden. I'm almost sitting there. I'm sitting in there.
No, that's my birthday, bro.
Oh,
okay.
When's your birthday?
January 15th.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think about what we were just talking about with RJ? Like, if you were to sign him, you have to sign him like today. Like, what would you give him?
A point guard?
RJ Barrett.
How much would you pay him a year, Freezy?
Motion detected at the front door.
What was that?
Oh, there goes Sam right there. Sam, what's good? That's my
brown bag lunch. That's what RJ gonna get.
A cheese sandwich. a cheese sandwich and one of them juices that's hard to open. You know the box juice. You got to fold it.
Hey Sims, they said your boy gonna get a brown bag lunch for a contract.
Not to join
get him.
Yeah, what's good, Sam?
I said 4.
What, Beans? Go ahead.
Now we was talking about the RJ situation. I said 4 for 60 right now.
15 mil a year?
That's too much,
15,
right? I think
15.
too much.
Nah, you ain't gonna pay RJ that. That's too little, bro.
That's too much. Too
See,
little.
tell y'all what I told y'all. I said just
Rob,
contract.
tell him, Rob. Talk to Freezy, Rob.
Hey, look, man. The man gonna get in between 10 and 12 right now today. For if I'm looking at his stats right now and what he been doing, he getting 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
So let me ask this question: when we talk about contracts and what we're paying people, are we paying them for past performance or potential performance?
It depends how you pay your people. But if you working for me, I'm paying you for what you're doing for me now. Your rookie money, that third pick money was paying you. I'm not paying you for that. You got an automatic established money for being the third pick. That's what's paying you. Now I'm paying you for your performance.
For current performance so far? And not future performance. I want to be clear. You pay me for what I've currently done on the roster or in the organization, and not for what I can do for you moving forward.
I don't know what you could do for me moving forward. I'm projecting on for what you're doing right now, and I see what your trajectory is, and I don't really think RJ's is that high. At best, just say at best, he's a Jimmy Butler.
No, he's not.
Just
Not,
say
not
at best,
yet.
he's a Jimmy Butler, right?
Not yet.
Oh, wait, no, just say his trajectory is at best a Jimmy
yeah.
Butler to me.
I hope so.
So then that means as though I have to pay you for your next contract, not the one coming up.
Not this one. Yes, I agree. I agree, Rob.
Okay.
Nah.
Sarge, what do you think?
I believe that at some
The
point,
children are the future. Teach them well and help them lead the way.
if you believe if you believe in the players that you have,
Extra chocolate.
when you underpay them, you just giving them carte blanche to look for their next contract. You're actually telling them, because if I'm at work and I'm asking my supervisor, hey, listen, it's time for me to get a raise, right? And you may have in your budget how much you are projected to pay me over the next year. But I'm telling you right now, I believe my value is this, and we can negotiate what we got going on. Now, if you tell me no, there's no room for negotiation, then I need to look elsewhere to get what I believe my value is, right?
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Hey, Beans, Sim was in the chat. Was he in the? I want to see if Sim wanted to get on. I want to make sure.
He was in there interacting. He was in there interacting. So I don't know if he's laughing.
I want to make sure. I wanted to make sure he knew that the door's open, man. I want to make sure my man get an invitation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he ain't missed the link. Hey, Ethan, I just put the link in the chat, Ethan. I just put it in there a few seconds ago.
Hey, Rob, what are you throwing at Mitchell Robinson?
I was about to say, yo, you read my mind there, Dan.
Oh.
What we seen from Mitch so far?
Right now, Mitch will get from right now, we just judging them on right now, I would give
10.
I give him about, he be in the same range.
10 to 12?
Yeah, 10 to 12.
No more than that for this contract.
Let me ask you this, because we know if he hit free agency, he out.
He gone.
He's out.
But no, look, one thing with him hitting free agency is this here. The Knicks can match any offer.
Yeah.
If he restricted, Mitch ain't restricted no more. RJ would be restricted, but not Mitch.
Oh, not Mitch.
No,
man.
Because the Knicks had the opportunity last year to work on an extension, and they chose to go this year to work out a long-term deal, and they didn't. So if Mitch make it to the end of the season at the end of game 82 and they don't have a deal,
I just don't want to overpay him, Freezy. I haven't seen enough from him yet to give him big bucks.
Bro, you overpaid Nerlens Noel.
That's true.
That happened.
That's true, and he's better than the. You know what? I think to me right now, it's like, look, paying them for right now, and Mitch is like this here. Mitch, to me, is gonna pretty much get more than 12.
Yeah.
He gonna get more than that.
Yeah.
But like right now, though, but I think at the end of the season, man, Mitch might be like 15. Mitch can get 15. And there's a team that will pay him more than that.
And
But then he gonna have to start all over again because they're gonna be a losing team. Like Detroit
on the bench.
Detroit will pay Mitch some money.
Yes. And
Detroit
you know
will
what?
pay Mitch some money
And
to
you
go
know
with
what?
that young boy.
Yeah. You any team with a young point guard right now and no big is going to pay Mitch 20.
Sacramento will pay him 20.
Yes. You know why? Because Mitchell Robinson gives you all the things that you need for a young building team. One, he's got size. He's athletic. He's a defender, right? He's a good defender, right?
Yeah.
And he don't command the basketball. So your young boy, say your Cade Cunningham and all them other boys, they can eat all night, and all Mitch want to do is get putbacks and dunks. That's it.
Yeah,
So
Houston to pay for him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mitch is a man. Listen, Mitch is a dream man. Mitch is a dream come true in a sense. The only thing is he can't stay healthy. If Mitch could stay healthy, he'd be a dream come true. The only thing about it is we don't have a point guard that can capitalize on his skills. If we had a dare I say, I'm gonna say this name, and y'all know it's gonna hurt me to say it, but dare I say, if we had an Elfrid Payton, Mitch would be averaging a double-double. You know what I'm saying? Because Elfrid Payton looked for Mitch in the lob. Y'all remember the Gotham lob? The Gotham lob was real when Elfrid Payton was here those 2 years.
Man,
that is a real true statement, though. I mean, he may not be the best finisher or the best 3-point shooter, but Elfrid Payton was able to get to the paint and deliver a pass or two to Mitchell down low.
Yeah. It used to be Lob City. We used to laugh about how much Mitch used to catch lobs. And then we changed point guards and
no more lobs.
Right, no more lobs. And not only that,
no, that's not the reason why you don't got no more lobs. If you really, this is the reason why you don't have no more lobs. They're taking some games out to figure out how strong that foot is.
That's true.
That's why Mitch is not getting lobs right now. They taking some time. They don't want Mitch to go up there and come down there on that foot and you got a broken foot. They're letting that foot get into action first. You'll see that lob. That lob will be back because Derrick Rose can throw it.
Yeah, but we also see it with RJ
Barrett.
Right.
RJ Barrett was finding them. Bro.
Yeah. You know, they taking it easy on that lob right quick. They want to make sure that foot is durable.
They want to keep him playing. They don't want him to go out again.
Yeah, they look, you got more weight. Get used to that weight. You picked up more weight. Now we're gonna work that back into the lineup, but it's just not right now.
Hey, G-Man, you know who else I think would pay Mitch?
Who else?
Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Brooklyn don't got no money.
If they have, I'm saying
if they had money, I believe it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Golden State would get them if they had money. Everybody would get them if you had money.
Bro, what I'm saying is Mitch is more attractive than what people let on. Is what I'm getting at, Rob. Not the fact that because your value ultimately is determined by how many people want you on the open market.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
So I understand what you're saying. What you're saying, what Rob is saying makes sense. But what I'm saying is I think a team would sign and trade for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give us if we match salaries with us and give us a pick for Mitch.
Sign and trade.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they? I mean, a team
Hey,
like
look,
San Antonio with DeJounte Murray.
I'm down for that, Freezy.
Hey, look, whatever that trade may be, we all come to the conclusion Noel is not it.
No, he ain't.
Noel? Who's Noel?
But we got Jericho.
Yeah.
We got Jericho.
The only thing about Jericho is his height.
Yeah.
He's 6'10", 6'11".
He's 6'9".
He's 6'9", yeah.
He jumped like he's 7'8".
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
You
nobody
know,
jump from him at the
that's the
end.
only thing. That length counts. That
Yeah.
length counts.
He's jumping out the gym twice.
Yeah, but look,
Yes.
look, on a one-on-one defender, okay, yeah, you can jump out the gym though, but if you got the advantage in height on the center, it don't matter how good you gonna jump because they gonna just back you down and turn you around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you still need that height.
Yeah. Yeah, and long arms too.
I don't know because Ben Wallace was a great defender. That's all.
Yeah, Ben Wallace was a great center in the mold of Willis Reed. Remember the old school 6'10" centers built like a Mack truck?
Yeah.
You couldn't move them. You know what I'm saying? And they was real smart, knew the game defensively and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and would rebound hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Willis Reed could score too, but yeah, Ben Wallace was a special type. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of RJ, what would y'all pay Obi Toppin? If Obi Toppin was a free agent, what would y'all pay him?
I give Obi some money.
You give Obi the bag, right?
I give Obi some money.
Yeah,
because his trajectory, because Obi is like Michael Jordan, he getting held back.
Like Michael Jordan.
Like Dean Smith. Smith was holding Mike back. So I feel as though Tibbs is holding him back.
What Rob is saying, that 82 Carolina team had Worthy, Sam Perkins, Michael Jordan, Kenny Smith, Brad Daugherty. Was Brad Daugherty? Brad Daugherty came a year after.
Nah,
right?
he wasn't on that team.
Yeah, Brad Daugherty came a year. But was it Sleepy Floyd or Sleepy Floyd went to Georgetown?
No, it was Black, right?
Jimmy Black.
Yeah. And who else did they have? They had that team was low. They had like 8 NBA players on it.
Yeah.
Trying to share one basketball. That's why Dean Smith couldn't just give Mike the ball all the time, because why give it to Mike? And I think James Worthy was the National Player of the Year or something.
He was.
Yeah.
He sure was.
Yeah. So yeah, but to Rob's point though, yeah, Dean Smith was like, Mike, you're gonna get 8 shots a game. And they not gonna be all in a row.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So y'all want to throw Obi the bag, right? So if you want to throw Obi Toppin the bag, that must mean you think Obi Toppin's future is bright as an NBA player.
Bright as the light.
So what do we do in order to capitalize on Obi Toppin's potential?
Oh, we already talked about it when you wasn't here.
Yeah, we gotta make a trade.
We gonna trade Randall to Sacramento for Fox.
Let's do it.
Randall for
Call
Fox.
him up.
Y'all bugging, bro.
I'll drive
Randall.
I didn't co-sign that.
Julius Randall is a stud, bro.
I know, but we looking at Obi's trajectory.
I traded Randall.
We need a point guard, and it'll solve both problems.
I'm with Ethan. I don't trade Randall for Fox. I trade Obi for Fox.
Obi for Fox?
Yeah, because I don't want to try to figure something out. I already know what I got in Randall.
All right, but then think about this. Fox is a running gun type point guard. Do you really want him with Randall, or do you really want him with Obi?
With Obi.
No, I want, bro. My preference is to have my man with Randall, and this because, like what Rob said earlier, the running gun is for the regular season, but the half court offense is for the postseason. That's what Rob said about an hour ago, and I agree with him.
I still believe that.
And so I think you got to have a balance in your offense. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that balance, because if not, I'll give you an example. A few years ago, about 30 years, maybe 40 years ago, in the Western Conference, there were a bunch of good teams. The Seattle Sonics were good. The San Antonio Spurs were good. The Dallas Mavericks were good. The Portland Trail Blazers were good. The Phoenix Suns were good. You remember that, Rob? You remember the days of
Yep.
Kevin
Golden
Johnson
State was
and all
good.
them? Yeah, Golden State, Run TMC.
Phoenix. Yep.
You remember that?
Run
KJ.
TMC.
Yeah,
Run
and,
TMC.
yeah. And so all them teams were good, man. They were fast paced and all that stuff. They would score about 115 points a game.
But they had Dan
then-
Molly
but-
too, right?
Yeah, Dan Molly, man, shooting
Thunder
threes
Dan.
from the logo. Yeah. But then when the playoffs came and you had to create offense in the half court, they didn't have half court players to go to.
No, that's
like
when
That's not look. I
That's when
beg to
Pop hit you
differ
with Tim
because
Duncan.
we all know Phoenix got robbed.
when
Phoenix got robbed
when
when they suspended all the players. They had the Lakers done. They was up 3-1. Amari got suspended. They suspended like
No,
3-4
that
players.
was against the Spurs.
Yeah,
That was
against
the
the
Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah,
And
that was
look, they was done.
Yeah.
They had them. They was done.
No, Rob,
Oh.
no, Rob. I'm not talking about 15 years ago. I'm talking about 30 years ago. I'm talking about when they had Kevin Johnson, Jeff Hornacek, Dan Molly.
Oh, and Barkley.
Yeah, Cedric Ceballos and Richard Dumas and
Richard
all of them
Dumas.
guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about back then. I'm talking about when Seattle had Sean Kemp, Nate McMillan, Gary Payton,
Glove.
Freeze, you're bringing it
Sam
30 years.
Perkins.
30
Yeah.
years right there, right?
Yeah,
20,
that's what,
25 years ago.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Big John, what I'm saying is those guys used to run and gun, remember? But then in the playoffs, when those teams were down by 6 and they needed 3 straight good possessions, they couldn't get them because they didn't have.
Yeah, but basketball is not played the same like that no more.
It's much different today's game.
No, I know it.
But to your point, Freezy,
But you
right,
still
when
need
were saying
those
that you
bases,
need-
those fundamental
Yep.
bases for that. You still need that on your team.
Yeah.
You need that guy. You need that guy, that go-to person to develop plays off the block. You know, we have that in Randall. He just hasn't figured it out yet.
Right.
Hey Rob, you have to ask GI that trade Randall for Fox.
Oh, yeah. He gonna go for anything. GI go for anything.
No, honestly, first of all, top of the morning. You always see me coming on Wednesday morning to remind the belongs to your family that tonight at 7:30 it goes down. Knicks freestyle, very important.
And it's gonna be greasy tonight.
And Uncle Freezy is monitoring the back chats. Me and my co-hosts getting at each other in the back, so we're gonna let that spill right on to the.
You've been kind of sentimental your last week. I thought you was gonna cry on set.
Who you co-host?
Oh,
Shout him out.
boy.
Who your co-host?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna cry on set. He was sentimental. And then the Kimber situations, his feelings is hurt. He don't know where he at.
Well, feelings is
I
still
don't know
hurt,
what's
bro.
going on with G.I.
Feelings
looks
are
depressed.
still
I know.
hurt.
He looks
Yo,
upset.
man, look, man. His estrogen level is messed up or something. He going in.
Hey,
Oh my god.
that's a technical foul.
Oh my god.
I gotta figure out what's going on with my man G.I. He been into it. He been into his feelings, boy. He hurt.
No, on screen, off the screen, he been going for necks, bro. Heads are rolling behind the scenes, bro.
Tell him,
Trust.
Freeze. Tell him, Freeze.
Trust.
I'm just playing my
Trust.
role.
Trust, I'm doing a head count. Trust me.
So
Trust.
Yeah, man.
So
I felt so bad. I had to call Free Keith to figure out what's going on with him. I said, Free, where he at with this?
Yeah.
I had to hit him on the back phone. I had to go, what's everything all right with him?
And Free Keith is on Twitter murdering cats right now. He's sharpening his blade, bro. He ready for the night. Because I've been seeing him on Twitter. He is going, yeah, tonight is going to be
Free Keith
epic,
better
bro.
be ready for these timestamps that's coming.
Oh, you got the stamps for him?
Yeah, man.
And I was fair, Rob. I sent him the timestamps in advance so he could check him out, so he's not surprised. You know, because you can get hit with a surprise timestamp, right? No, I gave them everyone in advance.
Oh,
so, but I'm getting nervous for Randall and this fan base and this organization. Last night he could not have played better. Last night,
I don't know. I mean, he did everything other than get tired of getting beat up all night, watching Harden flop to the rim and get 12 foul shots, and he's taking one of the best players in the NBA to the hole, posting them up, and he can't get one call. He lost it. He lost it. He lost it in a close game that he know they would have won easy if he gets a few more calls. He lost it. Yeah. And Knicks fans are anything he does is just hyper exposed. I'm gonna be honest. I'm ready to trade Randall for a bag of popcorn so Knicks fans can see what they really have. I'm tired of coddling Knicks fans who can't see the product that's going on the floor, and they're just complaining, saying it's that guy's fault. I would be a much better fan if it wasn't for that guy. I could really enjoy my team if it wasn't for that guy. They don't look in the mirror. They don't watch the games. They don't take time to analyze it. I'm going to be honest. The more this season, it's been miserable to be a Knicks fan. And it's crazy coming off one of the greatest seasons last year I've ever had since '83. So I don't know how this is going to shake out. I'm going to keep doing what it is that we do, Rob, keep running our mouth. But you're right. You are seeing me a little sentimental because it's I don't think fans know what they're seeing. Right. Leon Rose won't come out and be honest where he's taking the organization and he's got the fans in the tailspin. You know? Yep. And Dolan's behaving himself because this is when Dolan usually strikes, when it's this much confusion. Usually Dolan comes in and talks to the fans and say, okay, we're going to do this. And it's generally not right. Dolan's quiet. Management's quiet. You see Tibbs out there pulling his hair out. We don't bench Kemba. Burks is starting. We don't know if that works or not. Burks has been on the team for 2 years now. That all of a sudden he finds himself as the starting point guard when he never played the position. It's dysfunction in the organization is leading to the fans, but we continue to go out and play hard every night. So I think the fans get confused from that. I don't know where this organization is going, and it's very frustrating. But I'm along for the ride.
Hey, let me. I wanted to talk to John for just a second. Hey, John, how you doing, man?
What's good, family?
Hey, man. So, how'd you enjoy the game last night?
Oh man, I enjoyed it, man. It was dope. We was enjoying ourselves. We was at Legends, hanging out with the Nothing But Knicks, kind of a watch party. We all hung out, enjoyed ourselves. We were rooting hard. The energy was live, and we were in it, man. Like we was in the game again. And I agree with you, Gi. It's like, yo, we got to get those foul calls. Like, you know what I mean? And just because Randall doesn't flop doesn't mean he ain't getting touched. He's getting like the Shaq rule on him. You know what I mean? It's like,
and the refs told him. The refs told him.
And that's foul.
They said you're too strong.
Like, how do you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so what? I'm too strong. Call the foul. That's your job. You know what I mean? So,
I want to ask you about the experience though, because I saw you, Ebru, and Julito together, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Julito, if you watching, yo, you owe me an interview. Julito, if you watching, yo, I asked you like 2 months ago, and you was like, "Sure, man, sure, Uncle Freezy."
Yo, Uncle Freeze, can I get something in there real quick? Because I hear a little bashing going on low key. Like I'm watching the games and I'm analyzing the games just like GI, just like the next man, just like everything else. And what my eyes is telling me is that when we was down 2 and Randall caught that technical to make it 3, or Randall's mental was not there all the way like it should be, then I don't understand how we can get blamed for what we watching. He's out there making these mistakes. He's shooting the fadeaways on the 6'1" guys. This is what he's
big beans. This is today.
Yeah, I'm talking about last night.
Big beans.
That's Randall had a beautiful game.
No, one question. 5 seconds. Randall wasn't amazing last night?
I'm talking about his mental. Do you understand the turn up everything that he's still doing?
First of all, let's just was the style of play. Did he do everything you complained about? Did he fix that last night? First off.
Yeah, he had a beautiful game.
He's in the game with 2 superstars. He's battling 2 superstars. His other players are sometimes doing something. He's in the game. He's watching these superstars get breathed on, and then they go to the line. He's giving a body. He's flipping the ball. He lost it.
Right.
Period.
I understand that, but if you getting hit all game, why complain with 1:30 left down 2 and then get a technical? Can you explain that?
Because of what happened with you just now. You got to a point that you couldn't take no more. Just like with Beans. Beans was like, yo, I just can't take no more, man. I got to say my piece. You did the same thing Randall did, except we didn't give you a technical. because you are man's.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Nah, but
So
Randall was going to every ref. He went to legit every ref.
Hey,
I want
Rob, these cats ain't been around for easy as long as you and I have. Got him.
Right.
yeah, but I was gonna say about John with John is John, I saw y'all in the booth, right? Yo, and is it true that y'all really couldn't touch nothing?
Oh, yeah. Listen, we really try to keep it, you know what I mean, safe and you know the way we're supposed to. You know what I mean? We gotta make sure we sanitize everything. You know
Everything, right?
Listen, that Rona is real. So
I know
hey,
it. I know
it's
it.
what it is.
I saw the missus Sims' better half, smarter half was like clean everything. Don't touch nothing. Just sit here. And y'all was like, yes, ma'am.
Hey, listen, when the
I
queen
mean, I would
speaks,
have been the same way. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
listen, that's the rules of the house, man. You know, it's all good, man. But we had a great time, man. Much respect, and they kept everything nice and clear from any congestion, and it was just a really good time.
Yeah,
really
man.
good
My man run a super tight ship, bro. My
Yeah,
man
definitely.
run a super tight ship.
Shout out to Sim.
Yeah, shout out to Sam, man. He mega smart, mega organized. Hey, yo, and my man got like these super dope traits about him that I love, right? Because I talk to him behind the scenes, man. We don't even talk basketball. We talk life mostly when me and him talk. We talk like manhood stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we'll talk so long, I'll be like, yo, get off the phone, man, go get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? But that was, but I don't know what I like about him more. The fact that he is calm under the storm, or if he mega smart, or if he mega organized. I think I like the fact that he is calm during the storm more so than what I'm saying, all the other stuff, because I just feel like he a good dude.
Yeah, I think it's all of the above, right? I think it's the combination of all, because the reality is that Sim could take his channel so many different ways, you know what I mean, and he keeps it to the people. He keeps it organized, but he also opens the doors to the people and allows the people to be front and center. And I think that's super important, because we're Knicks fans, and this really what we want to do is come on to shows like yours, Uncle Freeze, and be available to talk Knicks, and speak our minds. And I think that's, credit to both of you, actually, because I think, you do a great job at your own right, just giving people a platform to speak. So, salute to you, and I'll give you all your flowers.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And listen, man, I watched you and Ron do the all NBA show. When do y'all do that? On Mondays?
We do those Wednesdays. So
because I caught y'all replay. I didn't catch it live. I caught y'all replay.
Yeah, we're coming on tonight. At 8:00 we do the NBA report. So we give you a little taste of the Eastern Conference. We may add a little bit of Western, giving you a little bit what's going on in the West as well from time to time. But mostly we want to keep it to the East, so we know what we're up against. You know what I mean? And then of course we do our still Knicks fans, but we do our weekly reporting. And we do it kind of our own style, our own way, with a little bit of game show hosting type of thing. So it's pretty cool. If you get a chance, tune in, look us up.
Man, I tune in. I just
you
can't
already
catch
know.
y'all. Yeah, I just can't catch y'all live all the time. That's why I don't have comments in y'all in the comments
Oh
section.
no, we don't go live. We don't go live on Still Knicks fans. We only do that live during the off season.
Okay.
Yeah. So we basically record all of it so everyone can have more content to watch when they're done watching all the live stuff. You know what I mean?
Yo, you need to talk to Ron about letting you talk, bro.
What? Ron, you hear that? You hogging up the mic.
Yeah, Ron, stop hogging up the mic, bro. It's supposed to be 50-50, maybe 60-40. Not 85-15, bro. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my man Ron, man. That's my big bro.
Yeah, shout out to Ron, man. We just messed around, man. But so what are you thinking coming out of last night's? Yeah. Well, let me before I ask you that, right? Before I ask you that, I want to say something to the chat so the chat can understand where it is that I'm coming from, because I say a lot of stuff, and I think sometimes it comes across as that I flip flop. But I don't mean for it to be. My intention is not to not have a clear and direct message. My ultimate goal is win at all cost. Damn the torpedoes. What we saving torpedoes for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, win at all cost, and then we'll rebuild the organization later. Right? So like for instance, if we have a shot at a championship this year, and that means trade away young players or trade away vets that we love or trade away draft picks, I'm like, hey man, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just do it, bro. Just take your shot while you have the ability to take your shot. Because as a Knicks fan, we have not always been in a situation where we've had favorite vets, young players, surplus of draft picks, cap space, all these things. And so my deal is I want to win at all costs. But then at the same time, if you tell me we can win a chip if I just be patient, if it's like a 3 or 4 year process, like grow these kids, then I say, okay, I'll take my foot off the gas, press the brake a little bit, right, and relax, and be patient while the kids progress. But my thing is I need to have a clear understanding of which direction we're going in. Right? Are we going to play these kids, groom these kids, so that one day Miles McBride can be on a podium holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy? Or Jericho Sims can get the block that seals our championship. So that we can hear Terror Squad or somebody, playing some joint lean back or something while we celebrate the championship. Right? But what I don't want to do is try to do both at the same time, be mediocre, be in that weird purgatory, and then not make progress in either direction, not win a chip this year or not win a chip down the road. How do you feel about a championship window?
Is that question directed at me or the panel?
You.
At me.
Yep. And remember, this is taped, so I'm gonna clip this and
hey,
play
listen,
it back. No,
No, it's all good. Listen, I try to stand by my word. So I'm almost on the same boat as you. The question is, I'm not in the front office, so I don't know what goes on. So for me as a fan, I'm gonna lean in the direction that they're leaning. I'm gonna be 100% behind what this front office is going to do, whether that be trade off some of our assets and go and get some budding stars, their current stars, to help us get over the hump and win a championship. I'm with it. But again, if you're talking about our future, you have a time limit to how many stars you can bring in, right? Like if you go in and try to get Lillard, he has a time limit to how great he's going to be in the next few years, right? If you bring in Simmons, he has probably a larger, time for him to grow with the organization. So it depends on which direction they go and whether or not they fill those pieces with the right sort of players, right? Because you get rid of Randall, doesn't mean you're going to get the same impact in return,
right?
No matter who you bring in. So at some point, the front office is going to make a decision. Us as Knicks fans are going to have to ride or not agree with it. But at the end of the day, they're the ones in the positions to make the moves. We're just here as fans kind of talking about what we see from our Knicks team, and that's all we can really do, unless some of us get an opportunity to work inside. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And have a say. But to be honest, I like the direction they're going. I like that we ain't hearing any buzzing coming from, within the organization and people spilling anything out. I like that because I'd rather that stay inside versus coming out to the world. And then that's where the dysfunction happens. I'd rather it stay internal and let Leon Rose and Tibbs fight it out versus them airing out their dirty laundry to the world. And then they're in, like that infighting, that causes the friction. That makes Dolan look like he ain't got his thing, his work or his business all together. So I like where we at right now. I think we have a lot of growth and we have a lot of potential. We just got to get over the hump. Right now, in my opinion, we're a 500 team right now. We're not that much better and we're not that much worse. We're somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Okay. So what you think about that, Keyshawn?
Yeah, for the most part, I agree with what he's saying. I would rather maybe like wait a little longer because I don't think KD like Harden they're gonna be playing at the same level 3 4 years from now. You know, maybe they will. Who knows? But I think we'll have a better window at that point. So if we just groom our young core, but either way, I'm still good with them trading for the big fish too. Like he said, like we're in a good position where we could get, we could do either or. So like the choice is really up to the front office at the end of the day.
How do you trust the front office though? Do you trust that the front office is gonna make the right moves when it comes to it?
I mean, yeah, you got to trust them at the end of the day. Like I believe that they definitely will make a valid move because looking at the draft, I kind of like the draft picks in my opinion. You know, I'm a big fan of Grimes and all that stuff. So I like where the team's heading, honestly.
Okay. So what you think, Rob?
Huh?
So what you think? So what do you want to do? Do you want to
Look,
go? Do you want to go all in? Do you want to go for broke and try to win a chip, or do you want to build long term with these kids and hope that at the end of 4 or 5 years you have a championship core?
I want to build sustained, consistent winning seasons 10 years plus. I don't want no right now is like what John said. Like, yo, this is a 500 plus team. That's what I would say. Plus is all the 10 wins that you'll get after 41. So this is a 500 team plus 7 to 10 more wins. So that's 50. But you got to look at what's going on around you and how young your core is. And right now, this team is not ready. And I don't think it's a trade right now around that will get them ready. That will get them ready without just turning around a whole five. So what the organization is doing, I'm good with. The championship team that you see right now might have 3 of these players on it.
Yeah.
It might have just 3 of these players on it. Like going, 3 to 4 at the most.
And it might not be, and it might not be who you think, right?
Exactly. Might not be who you think. So, with that being said, that 500 team plus. But I think last year got everybody spot. I think that the front office is doing a great job from where we were at and where we're going. I don't have no fault with the front office. Yes, everything is quiet. People want to know more in New York because that's what you're used to hearing. You used to be able to hear the inside before it happened. Oh, so-and-so is coming. Oh, they're going to make this trade. Now you're not hearing anything, but I don't think that they're asleep on the job. I think they're exploring every aspect of everything, and the players that they picked to be here in the draft and the ones that they signed in that they got in free agency are all part of the process of what they're doing in the vision that they see.
Okay.
Hard play, defensive oriented team.
Right.
And and everything else they feel as though it's going to work itself out. So as a Knicks fan, I feel better than I have in years. Now, championship is what I want.
Right.
But right now, we got to get competitive every night first and win those competitive battles before we even look at a championship. Championship right now is not on my mind for what I see on the floor. It's just not there. The talent level, and last night proved it. You seen one guy was able to go down the stretch and take every shot and didn't have to worry about a pass.
Right.
Durant didn't have to worry about passing. It was time to put the game away.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing he had to concentrate on. Now, if we did the same thing with Julius Randle, people would be irate. Oh, he take every shot. He won't pass the ball. This, that, and the third. So we're not ready for championship ball yet because people don't know what it looks like in New York.
Right.
We don't even know what it looked like. We just see other teams do it. And then all of a sudden we get the idea of that. That's what we have to do. I don't think Randall should be having the ball that much. And I don't even think that he really wanted. If you told Randall just let him worry about scoring and rebounding and playing defense, he'll love that.
Right.
So yeah, the front, everything is looking good. It's headed in the right direction to me. Talent is making people antsy. You got OB, and then you see Randall. Now people are getting antsy about what they want.
Right.
You see Kimba is out the lineup. Burks is in. People are getting antsy. Changes. Not used to change. But it has to evolve and change in order for it to be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting. That's right. On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. What? You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life.
Jay Boogie, what's good?
AM, brothers. AM, my brothers. Hey, yo, man, you been getting all that rest, man.
Hey, man.
Oh, man, when I get up, sometimes I fall asleep before the show after I get off work.
Yeah.
I gotta lay here.
He an old man.
Hey, yo, when I be seeing you up on the show with Freezy and now Mr. Beans, I be saying to myself, look at Rob trying to keep up with them guys, man. Them guys right there don't sleep, man.
Yeah, Rob. Hey, man.
They don't sleep, bro. Right? They up. I know that's right.
Hey, Jay Boogie, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, but my man is good company, bro.
Who, Beans?
No, well, him too, but Rob the Nick, good company, bro. Because I've been around him a couple times, you know what I'm saying, in little events or whatever. And my man is super dope company, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like him, man. I kind of try to protect him a little bit, but he don't need no protection, man. That man, he an OG. You know what I'm saying?
When Rob know you're around, Rob coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'll be there.
He's looking for you. He's looking for you. You want to know where you at?
My only thing though is he hit you with the conversations, and you be like, God dog it. You know what I'm saying? Because he hit you with these questions like, what are we gonna do with RJ Barrett? And I'm like, God dog it, man. You know what I want to do with RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't let him be looking for you. And you don't answer that call. Hey, Worldwide L had to check me the other day because I was doing something. Hey, yo, Rob calling you, man. Rob calling you, man.
You was on the pod. You was on the podcast. I had to get in the car with you.
Yeah, he asking me questions that I don't know. I'm in Worldwide. I was giving my phone to Worldwide. Yeah, take my phone, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody else, man. Good morning to everybody, man. Blessings and blessings, man. Be grateful and thankful, man. Our eyelids are unattached, man. We great, man. Great people deserving the life, man. Go get yours, man. Go get yours.
For sure. How you doing this morning, brother? You good?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm great, man.
I had to ask because that loss last night to Brooklyn was heartbreaking to me. Right. And so I'm checking with everybody, man. Make sure everybody's straight.
It wasn't bad to me. I just wanted to win because I'm a fan. And we all represent the Knicks. But sometimes, when you in position to learn how to be in positions, you know what I'm saying? Last night was a great opportunity for us to learn in a lot of phases of the game. And number one thing is when you got a chance to put somebody away, put them away. Don't allow the referees to stop your, what you're doing. Then I look at certain times of the games, like I seen Julius get caught up a little bit. Yo, it's okay to realize that man is great over there.
Yeah.
KD is great. Point blank, hands down.
Yeah.
So it's okay for him to outdo you in certain situations. There's many people he has outdone in situations. He's outdone people that he's never played with. That's why they say he might be the greatest scorer of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then much as we want the young guys to play and all this and that, it's certain times and certain moments when they need to be on the court. But it's also certain times and moments where they don't need to be on the court. I thought last night was really the first time where Obi had, felt some kind of way. I think I was on your show last night and I had mentioned I would love to see, I think in the second half, we can go small ball with Julius and Obi out there. And when they was out there, they was rocking.
Right.
So when you take Obi out of the game and it's not for Julius, because that's when the times we be like, yo, why you putting Julius back in the game and he rocking, he doing this, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't see it was a reason for him to take him out of the game when we was rocking.
Right.
I really didn't see it was a reason for Tom to start Grimes last night at the beginning of that third quarter. Third quarter is a problem for us as far as scoring the ball. So last night, we was in position to either go basket for basket with them and come out there and start with our killers. I thought he should have started Derrick Rose with Burks and with Evan and Julius and Mitch. Start that way. When you didn't, you know what I'm saying? When you didn't put somebody out there, whereas we can all get buckets and go bucket for bucket, if not keep the lead, we was out there trying to figure something out with a young fella on the floor. And it's not because of him, but we didn't have nobody else to help keep up in that game. Now you see when D Rose come in there, you change that lineup and everything. Now we take off, we chasing them down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it's certain moments of basketball that we're still learning to get that we haven't got. And you know what I'm saying? And it's okay to learn those situations. You know what I'm saying? To be a winner, you got to learn how to win. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing we have to do, man. We have to learn how to win and we have to learn how to kill. But also realize it's okay when we're not there yet. I know it's frustrating because you want to be there, but it's okay to not be there yet. And I'm just listening a little bit what Rob and y'all was just talking about, about it's okay to keep building and keep going in the right direction and pursue for, longevity. You know what I'm saying? We're in that mode, but everybody has to be cool with that. You have to be cool with that. Don't get frustrated, get out of your character, mad, this and that, want to look for trades and all that, blah, blah, blah. When the right time comes, just be prepared to have yourself in position to receive your blessing.
For sure. That reminded me of a D Nice lyric. And I know most people in the chat not old enough to remember D Nice, but I ain't gonna say the lyric because it'll date me some. But it goes something like something with I can't remember, man. But that was back in the 80s. Most of these Knicks fans that are here weren't even born in the 80s, bro. So I ain't gonna date myself. Something like I forget what's the D Nice joint? Y'all remember the D Nice joint that came out back in the day?
What? My name of the 808 crumbs on the table. What?
My name is D Nice.
Yeah.
Check suckers and y'all don't know how to something like that.
Yeah. When Jay Boogie was saying that, it reminded me of some D. So shout out to D Nice. He probably watching. So
yeah, watching.
Yeah. Hey, so Beans.
What's good, brother?
How you feel about handling the mothership, man? You was comfortable with it? You had a good time?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. You know, I'm here. I'm appreciative. All help helps to the bigger picture.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, bro. I'm glad. So we kept Staffordon out today because I'm sure Staffordon would have been trying to come for your neck today, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm always ready for Staffordon. It's all good.
All right. So hey fellas, I'm gonna wrap up here because I gotta do. So we're gonna do Knicks freestyle today at 7:30. And
yeah, that's what G said.
Yeah, and so the deal is that Free Keith and G, I have been beefing behind the scenes, blowing up my phone. So I'm kind of nervous about how things gonna go today. So I'm trying to come in and be the peacemaker today. But I think the Vince McMahon in me might come out. You know what I'm saying? And just let them go at it. But what I did want to say though, to all of y'all is, this right here has been a rough week for me as a Knicks fan. And the reason being is because the Kemba Walker getting benched thing is still unsettling to me.
To you?
Yeah.
Of all people?
Yeah.
How was that? When you said you was mad that they got him because you felt as though he should have came the first time. And then you had an attitude when we got him, and then now you're sentimental?
Right. So let's use some context. So the first time, so Kemba Walker turned us down and went to Boston. And the reason why he said he went to Boston is because he said, I gave the Knicks a look because I thought the Knicks were going to get Kevin Durant and Zion Williamson. And they didn't. And so that's why I went to Boston. When he said that, to me, that was a slap in the face. Because at the time, Kevin Durant dissed us in the worst way possible. And we had just got our hearts broken by getting the number 3 pick. Not RJ Barrett now. I'm talking about the number 3 pick. I mean, we eventually chose RJ number 3. But what I'm saying is a lot of us thought we were getting the number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? And for Kemba to say that publicly rubbed me the wrong way.
Okay.
You know, that was just some fugazi.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, you know, people use another excuse just to use to say, you know what I'm saying, what they wanted to happen so they don't have to be real.
Right.
That was fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fake.
For them to be like, yo, man, I thought, you know, what's the name was coming, blah, blah. Nobody knew. How in the world do we know if somebody's coming? We don't run that, you know, that thing ain't in that popcorn machine no more where you see them put their hand in there and pull out who's coming. It ain't like that no more. They go to a commercial break and had the cards for them to go and put wherever they want, whoever to go. During that time, we didn't need no Zion Williams because we was always sold out. And people keep realizing Zion needed to go to New Orleans because that franchise was on the verge of falling off.
For collapsing.
Yes. So that's why behind closed doors, Zion Williams, he went there. But Kemba, you know, sometimes people say a book is better than the actual movie, right? Have you ever seen a movie and you read a book and the book was better than the movie? But it's reversed with Kemba. Kemba book is not better than the movie. You know why? Because his game has no action in it. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you miss out of reading a book. You only miss the action, but the wordplay is different. You appreciate the wordplay. But Kemba came here and he didn't have it. It was a good story. It was a good telling. It looked good for the hometown. All that. That was World Wide West and Leon Rose. That was them with all that doing that. That's why we ain't never go get no guards early because they already knew that from the jump. The Kemba already knew he was coming. Kemba already talk to Evan, come with me and all that. All that happened already behind closed doors, man. But you know, hey, I'm happy with Burks, man. And be honest, people better appreciate Burks, that utility dude. He ain't joking out there. He playing. And he deserves. I don't care if he take 20 shots, because he's on. You know what I'm saying? If he's taking them shots and he beating you, I don't get mad when he misses a shot. Because he's our second best scorer.
Right. But Jay Boogie, my thing is not just that though. It's a complexity of simple things. And I know that sounds crazy, right? But what I'm saying is so Rob the Nick is right. And I still feel that way. I feel like Kemba dissed us. Right? And in terms of going to Boston instead of coming home to New York. Right? And in the grand scheme of things, it worked out for the best, right? For everybody. Kemba got his money. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks finally got him. It didn't work out. Kemba's got to play at home, all that stuff, all the storylines, right? But what I'm saying is I would like for the Knicks to be a model of stability for the young guys coming up behind, right? Like this knee-jerk move, sign Kemba, and Kemba washed and blah, 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 blah. and then Kemba playing over Quickly, who should have been the starter, in my opinion. I felt like Quickly should have been the starter from day one. Game number one, I think Quickly should have been the starter, right? And then Derrick Rose is his backup. And then Burks and everybody else would have been allowed to cook. I think Fournier would have been a better player with Quickly in the starting unit, right? Because Quickly would have been learning. Fournier is a veteran. RJ's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? So all these different things. My thing is when you take Kemba out of the lineup, it makes me look back on all the things that has happened. Like when the city edition jerseys came out, they didn't have their all-star do the commercial. You know who they had do the commercial? Kemba
The
Walker.
hometown kid.
Yeah. Why you don't have the all-star do that, bro?
The hometown kid. That's nothing.
That's major, bro.
Hey, look, Freezy, look at it like this here. You look at the Kemba situation like this here. The Knicks are 1 for 2. They kicked the tires on Derrick Rose. It turned out to be a jewel. They kicked the tires on Kemba. It turned out to be a dud. They took a chance on both players. One worked out, one didn't. One for $8 million. Derrick Rose's first contract was about $7 million. So it's pretty much the same thing. They took a flyer on it. They kicked the tires. It didn't work. They moved on. It didn't cost them nothing to try that.
Right.
It didn't cost them anything. They didn't look bad. To New York, Kemba did get a chance. So therefore, he didn't work. So therefore, you had to move on from him.
But now what though? Is what I'm getting at. Now what?
Now Burks.
No. Now I'm talking about with Kemba. Now what?
Hey, that's not. Look, it's a business. It's a business. It's whatever. You sit there like a good soldier.
Okay.
You sit there in uniform. If a situation come down 25 games down the line, at least we know we ain't wearing out your knees. You're still on the team.
All
right. A trade is coming for Kemba. He's not
Even
playing no more.
if you can get something for him, then you get something for him.
Right.
You know what I would like to get for Kemba? And I know this is gonna sound ridiculous, but what I would like to get for Kemba is Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock for Kemba Walker straight up.
Man, come on, man. Reggie, look, you don't need Reggie. You don't need Reggie Bullock.
What?
You don't need him. You don't need him. The defense is getting what? Watch. In the next 15 games, the defense is getting ready to fix itself. You got the problem out of there.
Right. No, but Rob, what I'm saying is this. So you move Burks into Kemba's spot, right? So Burks is the starting point guard going forward, right?
No, he's a starter. He never said the point guard. He said he's now a starter. With situational basketball, Tibbs never said he was the point guard.
Okay.
Tibbs said he's a starter.
Okay.
He's in the starting lineup.
And that could change at any time too. You know, let's not just get fixated on the point that Burks is starting now. That could switch over at some point in the season. You could see the growth coming from Quickly. It could potentially change to Quick.
So
all go Rose. There's no.
He's really talking about this Kemba situation. We gonna try to stay where.
That's what I'm. That's what I want
Freezy trying to be.
I want to go back to that because I also wanted to talk about this real quick, if you guys don't mind. When Kemba came to New York, you know, as a hometown kid, you think about how we started the season 5-1. When Knicks organization starts creating, you know, decision makings around how we're going to sell jerseys and things of that nature, that all comes into play. You have a good start of the season, automatically those jerseys are already coming up. They know about it, so they're trying to sell these jerseys. What better way to sell than put Kemba on that commercial? You know what I mean? Like that's like marketing 101, right? So it's almost automatic. Now, if Kemba doesn't play again another game with the Knicks, and we don't find him a new home, or we don't buy him out, then there's questions on what's his role going to be like in the future. But we got him for a 2-year deal at a minimum, right? So it isn't at a loss, you know, high risk, high reward. He does still pack a punch when it comes to scoring, but that's about it. He can give you points in spurts. And maybe there's a team out there that's looking for that. you know, and maybe we can gather that leverage and make it and use that with a combination of other players to and maybe a draft pick or two to get someone here that could really put together a stronger defensive team. You know what I mean? So hey, it's up in the air right now. I appreciate it.
I don't have no problem with Kimber where he at right now. He tried, it didn't work. They didn't put him out to the pastures. They leave him right there on the team. They let him know straight up, look, this is not working. We moving on with this. And that's part of team building. That's all. It's just part of team building.
Okay. Well, the second part of my disappointment with this week is the Brooklyn game, right? But you know, things happen because the thing with the Brooklyn game is it was going to be sobering one way or the other, right? Either we were going to beat them and realize what we can be if all of our parts was clicking on all cylinders, or they was going to beat us and expose all of our warts, right? And I think last night they exposed our warts, bro. I think hey Chef, what's good?
What's good, fellas?
The Chef.
What's up, broski?
Salute.
Salute to you, my brother.
Ain't nothing to it, man. I was just about to wrap up, man. I was
hey man, ain't no problem.
No, I was saying that well, let me thank Johnny Davis for the super sticker. Johnny Davis and myself are all, I think, and a few of us are all in the same boat. In terms of Knicks fandom, I think we double parked, right? Because we got like this segment of Knicks fans that are being patient. That's good. That, you know, led by Rob the Knick, the OG, and then a sect that is saying that we need to hurry up and get this show on the road. You know what I'm saying? We need to go for broke. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me something because I already heard this talk a million times. Oh, we're gonna wait for a superstar to get disgruntled and then get signed a free agent in 2 years and blah all this stuff. And it never worked. The last 4 team presidents said that.
Ain't never waiting on no superstar.
Yeah.
I always say build your own.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Man, we drafted 5 players and they're ours. Those are our babies. You know what I'm saying? We got IQ, we got Grimes, we got RJ, we got Sims, and we got Obi. Those are our 5 right there. If everybody just put into their mind frame and their vision, could you imagine what they would look like after 2 more years? If we keep them and keep developing them, what would they be doing in the East? See, everybody acting like Kevin Durant and them is not almost, they just about on the verge of it's over with. So we need to be right there when everybody's going. I'm gonna tell you, watching Atlanta game and then watching last night game, yo, we here. We ready to rock. We ready to play. And you got to be a dominating team to beat us right now. And that's what we lost to last night. 2 dominated players. It's okay to lose to them type players. They supposed to do what they did. Those are major players in the game. But we got a young core that's coming that can take over the league as a team. Those are babies, man. If everybody want it.
That's right.
Can't get a ring
100%.
Facts. And Tibbs did say give him 3 years before we become contenders. So he's really looking at those youngsters as being a vital group to come in and change the culture. That's why he has Rose on the bench, and that's why Gibson's here, and that's why we even brought Kemba here to show that leadership and how and figure out how OGs do it. Guys who've been in the game, understand the game, been there for 10, 13 years, doing it at a high level.
True point. Because like I say, you can look at teams that got young talent, but when you don't got that veteran hand in there, look at Sacramento. They got a whole young team, no veteran presence. They can't stay out the basement. They stay in the basement. Because nobody's showing them how to win.
Right. So
we have the mixture of that talent, and sooner or later, that talent, those babies, they're gonna explode over that first unit.
Freeze, how much?
You're gonna have to play them.
About 2. I want to say thank you to Christoph for this Generous contribution. Thank you, Christoph. He says there's literally 60 games left. Back up from the ledge. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know it seemed like I'm on a ledge.
Yeah.
And Paris Douglas says there are no superstars out here worth trading for. So I got like a minute and a half because I got to go get me and Miss Mocha got to go get some lunch. But I wanted to say this to Jay Boogie, and it was the most disrespectful thing that I heard, and I want to get your take on it. So this kid tells me that he heard a song the other day, right? And he said this. He was like, "Yo, it was talking about don't push me, cause," and I'm like, "I know that song, bro. I know that song. You can't tell me. I was in high school when that song came out, man. You can't tell me what he like, yo, that joint was whack, man. I don't know what my pops saw in it." And I was like, bro, my man said a child was born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. And he's like, yeah, man, they be preaching. And I was like, bro, he's like, you can't dance to that. How am I be in the club dancing to that? And I was like, bro, that ain't really. So Rob, I'm trying to figure out where are we as a, and I know we only got like a minute, but where are we in a society when somebody dropped gems and people say, dumb gems is whack because I can't dance to it.
I can't believe he said he couldn't dance to that, and they listening to music that sound like it's in a tune that you can't even move to it.
Right.
They don't play dance music no more. I haven't heard
man.
a dance rap song that's made that wasn't in a strip club or something.
Right.
They just looking for the sound and not the words. I let
They
Worldwide
not
L
lyrical.
answer that.
These people are not lyrical anymore.
All right. Can we keep it Knicks up here, please? Thank you.
No, not yeah. Not
We'll keep it Queens. Nas all day. Tell them go listen to some Nas. That's
Nas. Don't mess with Nas. Come on.
Go listen to Nas.
Right. Nas said.
That's what I really want.
So
hey,
what you say?
I said I want to hear that tape, man. When the tape gonna come out, man? What is it? Apple, Spotify? Let me know.
Oh, it's coming. I'm going all the way. It's gonna be on every stream. But I just had to go in and make a few adjustments. I really just did because of what was going on, and then with this Kimball situation. You know what I'm saying? I had a line in there that said I put 8 in your rib and do the Kimball walk. You know what I'm saying? I hear all the James Dolan hate talk. I put 8 in your rib and do the Kimball walk. I'm gonna tell you, I had to pull that line out of there because of what's going on.
Yeah, but then walk to the bench. You should have left it in there.
But see, my ad lib behind it is shimmy. So I didn't want to shimmy him to the bench.
Yeah.
Yo, Freeze. I just give me your quick thoughts. Teofimo Lopez Saturday night.
Bro, you can't sleep on nobody, bro. You can't sleep on nobody.
He
got beat.
Yo, he underestimated his opponent big time.
Yeah,
big
you
time.
can't sleep on nobody.
Big time.
Yo, and just real quick, bro. I don't want to talk to y'all deaf about something that ain't Knicks related, but when I used to be the green. Listen, man, I used to be the Green Street grocery champ, right?
What's that?
The Green Street grocery champ.
That's packing bags, right? Ain't that the packing bag champ?
No.
What, you had your paper?
What's that? I thought it was the packing bag champ. You went the old school guys, so the first thing that cut in my mind, right, Boogs? Because we all pack bags and pump gas for money.
Yeah.
Mr. James. Mr. James used to have a grocery store. Yeah, and Mr. James used to have a grocery store, and then he used to have like a big warehouse in the back of it. And what he used to do on Friday night is set the ring up in the back of the grocery store so he can sell lead quarter plates in the thing out the back, right? And so he had this tournament. This was like maybe 89, maybe 90, 89, 90, something like that. And maybe 89, yeah. So he had this thing. If you was over 200 pounds, you could come in and box as long as you went to the doctor and got your physical. And with me, I had a license. So you know what I'm saying, you get your boxing license and you get in this tournament. And what it is you would win $250, which for me, $250 in 1989 was a lot of money. Now to y'all, maybe not so much, but to me, that was worth me putting paws on somebody and somebody putting paws on me.
But you was cheap, Breezy.
No, I wasn't, bro.
Man, you're 200 pounds.
Bro, I on the
Boxing license.
Huh?
You said then you had a boxing license.
Man, you
Yes.
in the
was
ring with that.
cheating.
Yeah, you in the ring with that dresser drawer, hitting people with it.
Bro,
Come
nah,
on.
man. Bro, I'm telling you, my jab couldn't break wind, bro. I didn't have no power at 200 pounds. And the dudes I was fighting was like my size. These dudes was like 280, 290, whatever. And so when they hit me, it felt like I was in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? Well, every time they hit me, they would scoop me across the ring because I was too light. You know what I'm saying? Jay Boogie, they would legit hit me in the middle of the ring and I bounce off the ropes, bro. That's how light I was, right? But listen, but Chef, so the thing is what I used to do is because the judges, these dudes used to be like people from around the way. They weren't no official. These dudes ain't went to no school or no nothing. They'd be like, yo, Rob, what you doing Friday night? I'm like, ain't nothing. And they'd be like, Rob, I'll buy you a 6-pack if you judge 2 of these fights. And Rob would be like, a 6-pack of what? And we'd be like, Coors Light. Rob, like, I ain't judging no fights for no Coors Light. You gotta get me some Heinekens. Okay, I'll get you some.
Yo.
Okay, all right. And so we get Rob some Heinekens and he judged the fight. You know what I'm saying? And so we get in there and so I won the Green Street Grocery Championship 2 years in a row. Right? Because people used to underestimate me because I used to come in. I used to walk around at about 197. And before weigh-in, I used to walk around with these 2 jugs of water, just be chugging water. So at the official weigh-in, I could be at 200 pounds. But when I stepped in the ring, I'll probably be about 198, 199, something like that. But the thing is, Chef, what I'm getting at is dudes used to underestimate me. They'd be like, man, he's so small, man. I get in there, I hit him one time and get him out of here. But I used to point him up, bro. I used to point him up and run. Just point him up and run. And so that is one of my claims to fame. I'll put that on my resume. I'll be applying for a job. I'm the 2-time Green Street Grocery Champion.
That's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, that was. I was with L. I thought you was to pack bags and you made the most money.
Nah, man. Nah, it was a little boxing tournament, man.
Yeah, the first thing that come to my mind, we all old school, right? So the young bloods, when you talk about young bloods now and the music, they don't know what it is to pack bags and pump gas. We pump gas where we was from. We would pump so much gas that my mom used to curse me out because the clothes we would come in smelling like fumes.
Like fumes, yeah.
You smell like fumes, but we used to make money. You know, we was young, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, pumping gas.
Yeah, me too. I was on the packing bags. Hit that. But when A&P opened, be the first one outside. Get me a cash register. Had a girl. She said, I always pick him. Yeah, about like 8 or 9 right there, packing bags.
Packing bags.
Remember how that
little change thing used to be so good, boy. You used to be like, and every now and then you see somebody slide you in $1. You used to be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought my first goose down coat off of that.
See?
Yeah. Right, and I used to do it at Food Town. You remember Food Town?
Yo, Freeze, we're gonna get you in trouble. We're gonna get you in trouble. You gotta go.
Yeah,
we're
man.
gonna get you in trouble.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here, y'all. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming through, man. The panel was dope this morning. Again, as usual, we'll be on doing the KMD tomorrow morning, 8:45-ish.
Mm-hmm. Come through the night, y'all. Rob, come through the night.
What time you on tonight?
I'm
gonna put it in the chat so you can see. I'm gonna put it in the private chat right now.
All right.
No, don't put it on the private chat. Say it out loud so people will know.
For the love of the game, because they keep.
I already subscribed. I got you earlier this week. I put you in.
How to spell it? That's why they keep saying they can't spell it. I don't know how. So we keep.
You got to put. I put for the love of the game podcast, and you came up.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, what time y'all coming on?
We should be on about 8 tonight.
What kind of platform is it? Is it a back and forth with you and your man? Like this?
Oh, you never came on our platform? Oh boy, you don't know what you missing, baby.
I watched the show before, but I've never been in the spot.
Yeah, you got to come on. We talk about everything. We talk about everything. We talk about everything. We talk about everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but so we got to do Knicks freestyle today at 7:30. But once they get started, I'll come over. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hey,
I'll be through.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna get out of here so me and the old lady can get something to eat, and then you know what I'm saying Hey, Chef, I'll holler at you later on, all right?
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right.
I'm gonna check y'all.